I like the first. Hashtag winning? Okay. Now, are we... How much... Whoa. How much are we...
Deny.
Bro, stop fighting.
Z, I'm gonna time you out.
No, don't time Z out.
I can't wait for Seb to get here. Seb will ban you.
Oh.
Shark is not above that. You know what I should get? I should get my glasses.
Wow.
That might be a little helpful.
No? You don't need to read. Poich yogurt. True.
Poich.
Albert. Persona.
Albert. I
Albert.
still think about Albert.
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 Wow.
Wow. Whenever
Okay.
you're ready, I guess.
I think... Okay, I think I have everything. Alright. Wow.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
I
okay.
remember where we left off.
We have to, figure out who's gonna be who. And Shark was not able to give us a good, who should be who.
Yeah.
Vince, who should be who, do you think?
Who's Rolly? We need you to sign.
Yeah, who's Rolly Beat? And I don't know the other girl's name, but we got Rolly Beat and girlfriend.
Controversial. What if I was Riley?
Yes!
Oh my
Yes!
god,
Please!
that was so good. Okay. Then,
Okay, is my mic blowing out or is it alright?
No, it's fine.
It sounds good, yeah.
Okay.
So okay, yeah, I would read off of AJ's stream.
I mean, I would have, but AJ went past.
Yeah,
but-
you did.
Yeah, because I accidentally tabbed
Oh,
in and it
oh,
forwards the thing.
oh.
So my apologies.
Oh,
Hold on. There you go.
okay. Who's gonna
hold on.
be? I guess her name's Patricia. Spoilers.
Jump scare.
I would guess that AJ could be the other character.
Okay, sick.
Patricia. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of if it's a boy's voice or if it's a guy's voice. I think it's a boy's voice.
Constable Rolly Beat, sir. Nothing to report on the street, sir.
Tracer here.
I definitely can't do an accent. I'm sorry, Vince. And I'm Miss Beat. Patricia's my name. I'm proud to say I'm this young town's hero's wife.
What's the story here?
Well, in truth, we've been married long. We've not been married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
Wow, congrats. No, it was your husband I was asking about. He seems tired.
Hardly surprising. Us being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world.
Oh, really? I'm sure I've heard that before, actually. Indeed. Apart from rare days off, our gallant officers trudge some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol boarding houses and pubs, collect taxes, survey the streets, check that meters are reading true, and they're responsible for keeping the streets clean and lighting and extinguishing our streetlights.
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound much like policing duties at all.
I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet. I'd have collapsed long ago.
But it goes without saying that a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals. Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London Bobby is a man of honor.
And a man of slumber.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction, and they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Rolly?
Constable Rowley Beat, sir. Nothing to report on the streets, sir.
What a great witness he's going to be. Very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. You will tell the court exactly what you saw on the afternoon of the incident.
Yes, sir.
I love this guy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
It was our wedding anniversary and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor. Then the other scattered something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at a nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Rolly and I both saw him as clear as day.
Gulp. Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say. Uh-oh.
Oh dear. This policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsumi at the scene. If their testimony is true, the alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed.
It's death keel, in fact, because that alternative was never viable in the first place.
What an unfortunate chancing. And on your wedding anniversary, too.
Oh, I know. But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that. Gosh, the life of a London Bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed. However, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon,
What do you mean by that?
my learned friend. The witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without a doubt the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsumi.
Wow.
And one of those witnesses is a policeman, no less. So, you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
Wow. Except that the man's so tired, his wife has to do all the talking. Enough preamble. Counsel for the defense. Commence the cross-examination, please. Yes, my lord. Oh boy. Okay. Well,
Okay. Time to start pressing.
yay! No time to change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police, Miss Beat?
Oh, no, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly can't even apply.
Well, I think you can probably see why children and the elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Rolly looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you down the ground, doesn't it, darling?
What? I'd just finished my beats. Pat and I were heading back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there.
Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy.
Oh, no, Rolly. I much prefer you in uniform. Sometimes I don't recognize you when I see you in plain clothes. Oh, dear. That doesn't seem healthy.
Kindly adhere to the point. You were going for a meal after you had finished your beat for the day, correct?
That's right, sir, yes. Although I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and the Queen to the end.
What's that now?
My warrant card, sir. Proof that I'm a London copper. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it, as a reminder to all us policemen of our sworn duty. To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. Sir, and for such a noble cause, I cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without a grumble. Because I know that the plodding of my boots is all the Londoners need to hear to feel safe and secure.
So, fighting crime doesn't appear to come to it then.
But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. Beat put us up with a lot being married to a bobby like me. I want to show my dear wife how much I care. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
Hey, get that PDA out of the courtroom.
Oh, what a charming couple. Their young love is such a joy to behold.
If a little over the top, perhaps? And then, kindly describe what happened next. Ooh, wow.
The P stands for police.
Two silhouettes?
That's right. They were coming towards us, walking up Briar Road in the opposite direction. There was a rather plump figure followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man. That does sound exactly like the victim as pictured in the print, and like Mr. Natsumi.
Yes, unfortunately, it does.
And you're certain that at the time there was nobody else nearby?
Oh, yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there are streetlights on Briar Road, you see. There was nobody else around at all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Oh. What? Oh, yes, that's right. Of course, there was a light fog on the ground. But Briar Road is dead straight, and you could see a fairly long way down the pavement. And then there's the street lighting as well. I didn't see any other pedestrians.
Before sleep takes a firm hold, your answer please, Mr. Beat. Are you quite sure of what you've just said?
Yes, sir. As a copper who spends all day, every day, keeping watch on the streets, I'd swear to it, sir. On the shore, as my love for Patricia is true. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
Do they do this after every single press?
No comment.
Oh, no.
They're still maintaining there was no one else around other than the victim and the attacker. It's starting to seem like that must be how it really happened.
It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere else to run.
Well, that didn't stop Mr. Natsume, did it? He fled the scene all too convincingly. Thank you. I believe we have a reasonably clear idea of the situation just before the incident now. What happened in the crucial moments that followed? Okay. Scattered something. What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, I couldn't quite make out what it was at the time. But then when we got closer, we realized what it was. Didn't we, darling?
Oh. What? Oh, yes, that's right. It was some old books.
I see. Old books.
Yes, sir. The culprit had dropped a number of them, all around where the victim lay on the pavement.
Indeed, as clearly pictured in this photographic print.
That rotten Japanese man did what? Did that when he did the deed.
Nuh-uh.
Fucking read.
Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker.
But we saw him. It was the man in the dock without question, sir. The moustache, the hunched back, the cat-like eyes, the taut mouth, the snub nose, everything.
Any more insults you want to throw in?
That's right. He looked down at that poor defenseless woman with those terrifying intense eyes, and then suddenly threw his books onto the pavement and ran away.
I see. This is tough. They seem as though they're telling the truth here.
May I remind the court that this is an ambiguous testimony comes from the policeman and his wife. Now please continue.
Yes, sir.
That's achievement.
We ran straight over. Oh, that's wrong. No! No! Hold on. There it is. I gotta press the right buttons.
Was it your husband who went to fetch help?
No, I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I am the proud wife of one after all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Oh. Oh, what? Oh, yes, that's right. I asked Mrs. Beat to go. I was off duty by that point. But a Bobby's never truly off duty, of course, so I felt obliged to stay and guard the scene.
Very laudable, Mr. B. Preserving the scene of a crime is a task of considerable importance.
That's why I sent Patricia, you see. I told her where to find the right police box.
Forgive my ignorance, but what do you mean exactly by the right police box?
Depends on a crime's location, you see, as to who deals with it. Where the woman was stabbed wasn't actually on my beat. So I told Patricia the way to the police box for the beat the incident fell under, so she could go and report it.
I ran there as quickly as I could and asked for help from the Bobby on duty. There's nothing more potent than a young couple in love working together, you know.
And thanks to your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The actions of 2 model citizens.
Oh, please, you're making us blush. Isn't he, darling?
Oh! Yes, sir. What Patricia said, sir. Oh.
I like that he just kind of like collapses. I think that's a little funny. Let's move on, shall we?
He's got to get all the sleep he can get.
True.
Literally.
But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamps, would you?
We absolutely could.
Oh my
Us
God.
Londoners have exceptional eyesight, I'll have you know.
Oh.
Right.
The light from the street lamps was more than enough. And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
Oh my god.
Yes, and what of the fog? We're famous for it across the globe, I believe. But it's an absolute menace to those of us who have to live with it, of course.
Oh, it is it? Oh, it is. When it's thick, you can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
Please help.
Yes, alright, I take your point. Now, could you stop shaking your husband about?
The constant fog makes our eyes very sharp, you see. That's why we can tell you for sure and certain that it was the little Japanese man we saw. Can't we, darling?
Oh. What? Yes, it was the accused and no mistake. The moustache, the hunchback, the cat-like eyes, the taut mouth, the snub... unmistakable, sir.
As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question. It was Soseki-san that they saw running away from the scene of the crime. Well, so that's it, is it? That's their entire testimony?
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I hate to admit it, but on hearing the testimony, it really does seem as though Mr. and Miss Beat saw what they say they saw. Mr. Natsume running away from the scene on Briar Road that day.
Yes, I feel the same.
So if that's true, where does it leave us?
The members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
Oh no. Then what do we do?
If Kazuma-sama were here,
What are you trying to say?
I think he would try to find a contradiction somewhere else within their testimony.
What do you mean, somewhere else?
Their statement about seeing Mr. Natsumi is unequivocal. Calling that into question won't help. But if we could identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts, you might be able to discredit them, to make the jury doubt if the pair's memory that day are accurate.
Oh, right.
Put simply, we must focus on finding a discrepancy in these statements somewhere. If we don't, I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavorable conclusion.
Ugh. Why do I always seem to be... what? Why do I always seem to be so up against it?
Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I ask you something?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so... It seems like you don't believe our testimony. Is that right? Is it? Well, out with it.
What? No, 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 no. Oh, no, it's really not that at all.
My husband's a policeman, remember? And I know what I saw. I remember every last detail, everything. Like... Oh, I know. What about the books the man dropped? I could tell you the name of every single one, I could. Every single one. And you dare to question how reliable my testimony is.
That will do, Miss Beat.
No, it won't do at all. That Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of. Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, I don't think for a minute that Rolly will.
I really didn't mean to cause offense. Please, put your husband's fist down. Perhaps you would like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Miss B? Might that appease you?
Oh, thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely. Wouldn't it, darling?
Okay.
4 books. Okay, man.
Wait a minute.
Yes, we know that there were books dropped at the scene of the crime, as you say.
Those purchased by the accused at the nearby secondhand bookshop on the day in question.
After I'd been to the police box for help, I decided to have a good look over the area for good measure. I'm a proud policeman's wife, after all. I did it for Rolly.
And what was your husband doing at the time?
Oh, he was lying face down in the snow, getting some well-deserved rest. He works ever so hard, you know. Ever so hard. Don't you, my darling?
Interesting way of guarding the scene of the crime. Well, Miss Beat, seeing as you've regaled the court with tales of your powers of recollection, would you be so kind as to recount the titles of the books you observed at the scene?
I'd be happy to. Now are you all listening? There was the picture of Monsieur somebody or other, and what's it, yearnings? Then there was, a meal for someone, and the last one was definitely the thingamummy something. You see?
Yes, I see there are one or two holes in your memory.
Oh, well, they were along those lines, I'm quite sure.
There were indeed books found at this scene with titles along those lines, as you put it.
Well, what did I tell you? So I think it's very mean the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted. Don't you agree, darling?
Oh,
It's got a gun.
Oh my
anyone
god.
who's upset with my Patricia will have to answer to me too.
Oh my god. It's gonna shoot
What the
us.
fuck?
Oh.
Terrifying.
Yes, she really is. So, okay. Alright. Alright. Cool. I love going through the ending again.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna save.
I do want
I wanna look at
to...
I wanna look at the receipt, yeah.
Yes.
But also, in that picture, are there not only 3 books?
Yeah. So, unfortunately, the titles of 3 of the books do match. But there is...
There's one more. I forgot what she said. A meal for somebody. The picture of
Yeah,
Monsieur
Mr.
something
yeah.
yearnings, and I don't remember what the other one she
What
said.
the fuck was the other one?
The thing of he's watched it.
Oh, true.
Yes.
So, I think
I might be safer to present the crime scene photo.
yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Even tell you the names of the 4 books, yeah. Crime scene photo. 1, 2, 3.
Objection.
So you're saying that there were 4 books?
That's right. I remember all of them. The picture of Monsieur somebody, what's it yearnings, a meal for someone, and the thingamum something.
I'm sorry, Miss Speed. But there is a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours.
Oh no! What flaw?
Simply that, at the scene of the crime, there were only 3 books, not 4.
What?
Have a good look at this photographic print of the scene of the crime. As you can clearly see, there are only 3 books.
But no, that can't be. I saw them. Oh, I know what it is. Yes, you can't fool me.
Sorry?
It's that big old lump of a dead body. The lady's so large, her corpse is blocking the view of the 4th book. That's all.
Let's at least try to remember that the poor woman isn't dead, even if we're insulting her size. No, I'm sorry, Miss Bean. But Mr. Natsume could not possibly have dropped the 4 books you described.
Why not?
Fascinating. And from your assured tones, something you can readily substantiate with evidence, I presume.
Evidence that I have. Counsel, you will present evidence to substantiate your claim or withdraw it. What proof do you have that the accused did not drop 4 books?
A receipt.
Take that!
The evidence is right here. Oh, that's judge voice. Hi. The evidence is right here, in the form of this bookshop receipt. From your books? Yes, this receipt details Mr. Natsume's purchases that day. But, as you can see, only 3 books are listed.
No.
Therefore, Mr. Natsume would have only dropped 3 books at the scene of the crime. Which means that your powers of observation, madam, cannot be relied upon.
Ugh.
So it cannot be denied that though you say it was the defendant you saw, you could very You could very well be mistaken.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. No!
Objection!
It's plainly evident that it is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Nipponese friend.
What?
What cannot be denied is that these two witnesses saw the accused running from the scene. A fact that you know very well you have no hope of disproving.
Ah,
So you've striven to avert attention from that bit of... from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies? Would that be fair?
ugh. He sees right through me.
But your plan has somewhat recoiled against you.
What are you talking about?
It's quite simple. Let me explain with a toast. To the policeman's wife and her entirely accurate testimony, in every respect.
Oh,
You see, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene on Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Objection!
But what about the photographic print? It only shows 3 books.
Quite right. Only 3 books can be seen in that print.
That print? You mean to say...
Allow me to present another, one that shows the victim's hand.
I don't believe it. It's the 4th book. Why has it been who ate it?
Oh, I see.
Unless that was from the burning building.
Unless, unless that was from
Or
the
from the-
fucking marital dispute.
Yeah. That it was like, surely that will have no relevance to the case at all. Gulp.
Dot, dot, dot.
Okay. Okay. As you will observe, the 4th book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso.
No. No!
Updated autopsy report strikes again.
No. Order! Order!
there. You see? You see? Look at that. Look, look, look.
Yes.
It's just like I said, isn't it, my darling?
Yes, sir. Patricia's always right, sir.
Let us study the receipt for the books purchased by the accused on the day in question. Miss B, the titles once again, if you please.
Oh, yes, of course. The picture of Monsieur somebody or other.
The picture of Monsieur Lecoy.
What's it, yearnings?
Canterbury Yearnings.
A meal for someone.
A meal for... How do I pronounce that? Can I get a tap in?
Gabarao?
Here,
I don't know.
Gabarao? Sure.
I don't know.
A meal for Gabarao, in fact. As the court has just heard, the witness remembers the book titles flawlessly, save for a few minor details. Miss Beat's power of recollection can only be described as exceptional.
Did you hear that, Rolly? The gentleman paid me a compliment.
Yes, sir. Flawless, sir. Patricia is flawless.
But there's are only 3 books on the receipt, and Miss Beat mentioned 4.
There's nothing surprising about that. Clearly, the 4th book is that which is shown in this photographic print.
Oh my god, the Lion's Pride. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait. Yeah, okay.
What?
Nothing. What did she call it?
What
Like-
did she call what?
Like that 4th
Oh,
book.
no.
What did she call it?
Like the thingamy something or something like that.
Yeah.
I was just like-
wait.
I was trying to get from how do you get from the lion's pride to whatever she said.
Thingamy.
But I guess if the word "these" there, then sure, whatever,
I don't know.
whatever. I'm sorry, Council, but does that not seem odd? Why should the fourth book be omitted from the receipt?
It's not odd at all, my lord. As the photograph clearly shows, the fourth book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, it belongs to the victim.
The victim was holding her own book?
Why is that so shocking?
Wait.
I
oh my
wonder
god.
what became of that fourth book.
Imagine that this was the affair, the lady from the affair. Oh my god.
No.
That's Mary right there.
Oh my god! Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigating officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here as evidence.
Okay.
You will submit that and the aforementioned photographic print to the court, please, Counsel.
My pleasure, my lord. Okay.
Wow.
Time to look at the book.
True.
The prosecution rests.
So
I have
does,
nothing further to add.
so does the witness.
Hold on.
So true.
Book time.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, look at this. The book has been badly burnt.
True. You're right. You'd never be able to read it in this state, especially not the latter pages.
What a terrible waste. Judging from the scorched edges of the paper, I think the damage must have occurred very recently.
A book recently damaged by fire. Why does that seem to raise a red flag with me?
Okay.
True.
True. Is there any other information? We can look at the Lion's Pride, the title.
Let me see. It's a book entitled The Lion's Pride.
I'm afraid I don't know any English literature at all. So it wouldn't be something I've heard. Wait a minute. The Lion's Pride? That's strange. I think I have heard of a book by that name before, and very recently too.
It's a title I recognize too, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah, true.
Oh, okay. I don't think there's anything else. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. What?
You seem surprised, my learned friend. But your resistance until now has been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile. The superous long round to the accused lodging that you tried to establish in your summation examination, and the attempted discrediting of the witness's powers of recollection in your cross-examination.
Futile? I walked right into this, didn't I?
You see, everything we said is true. Isn't that right, my darling?
Yes, Pat. Marry me, Pat.
So perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider their positions? Should the court waste any more time on this Nipponese travesty? Or is the decision you have to make all too apparent already?
Gulp.
You have heard all the witnesses and seen all the evidence. This trial has run its course.
Mr. Naruhodo, I'm afraid we are in a terribly precarious position.
I know, but if I fight back in the wrong way now, I could very well just make matters worse. Think, Ryunosuke, think. What do you do now? That's a good question.
That's a great question after we save.
I don't know the direction that it wants us to go in. Cause like, I can think about like what is happening here, but I can't quite figure out how it's supposed to play out.
Right. Well, he did just say if I try to do anything now, I might mess it up.
Yeah. I'm just worried that, like, maybe this is one of those, whatever you do, it doesn't matter.
Maybe.
But we can wait and see. You know what happened. You know, whatever.
We'll wait and see.
I should just keep quiet now and see what happens. Well, it appears the defense has no... okay, maybe not.
Interesting.
Well, it appears the defense has no objection at this juncture. In which case... Okay, well,
Mr. Naruhodo,
guess
was
never
I
mind.
not clear? The case for the defense is in great danger.
Yes, I realize that, which is why I decided to let the sweat drip from my trembling brow in silence. Okay, cool.
Okay.
You're so right. Sorry. If I don't say anything now, it'll all be over. And it won't end well for us. I can't let that happen.
Hold it!
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
No, wait. The defense...
Objection!
The defense will have to wait. Because that sapless hesitation cannot go unpunished.
Well, motherfucker!
Ugh. Isn't your derisive finger-pointing punishment enough?
No, my learned friend. It's over. That last cross-examination was your final chance to establish a credible defense, and you failed. The die have been cast. There's no room for debate.
Well, it might be over as far as you're concerned, but... Ugh. I can't think of what to say.
If I may, Lord Van Zeeks. It seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point.
Your insignificant little Eastern Isle must be a lawless hole indeed. For a lowly judicial assistant to have the audacity to intervene at a moment like this.
Bro.
Oh,
Hey, don't talk to her that way.
right.
I am, to my shame, still a very inexperienced lawyer. So you'll have to forgive me, but I consider my assistant's advice essential and her opinions invaluable.
Mr. Naruhodo.
One of this land's great guiding principles is tolerance, so the court will hear you, madam. Go ahead, Miss Usato. Please.
Very well. Pray, what insight can you give us? What have we all overlooked in this matter that you see fit to pursue further?
Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last cross-examination finished.
I see. And you believe that this new evidence warrants further examination, do you?
Mr. Naruhodo, what do you think? It's just possible that this new evidence might be the decisive proof we've been waiting for. The judge is sure to ask the other members of the jury to announce their leanings in a moment. And of course, he's sure to ask you to explain what the crucial piece of evidence is and why. So we must take this opportunity to examine the newly presented evidence as thoroughly as possible.
Yes, I understand. And thank you, Miss Susato. This is it. Susato-san has managed to win us one last chance here. I can't let it go to waste. The defense wishes to present evidence, my lord. Very well. The defense may present one further piece of evidence. Evidence that apparently offers a profound insight into this case and has hitherto been overlooked. The book.
The book.
Take that!
The evidence in question is what we can see from the newly presented photographic print of the crime scene. The fourth book, found in the victim's hand.
Objection!
We have already discussed the fourth book at length. Other than it being in the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Pursuing the matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time, as you well know.
Ugh. Yes. I'm afraid, counsel, I must concur with the prosecution on this matter. What? When I afforded you this opportunity, you led the court to believe that the evidence in question contained a hitherto undiscovered clue. So I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You will identify this clue at once. Do I make myself clear? Oh, yes, my lord. It's,
Mr. Naruhodo, I believe the prosecution is trying to avoid a thorough examination of the evidence, which means you may very well be on the right track.
Yes, I think you might be right. So, counsel, precisely where is the vital clue to this case, which this fourth book conceals? The burned section.
The burn mark.
I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question. The back? What do you... Good gracious. It's been burnt to a crisp. So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book? It is undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing.
Objection!
Unnatural, you say? And what of it, my Nipponese friend?
Oh,
Were I to concede the point, if it bears no relation to the case, there is nothing to discuss. So, should you wish to assert that this fire damage is some veiled clue as to what happened that day? Pray, do enlighten us. What truth does this charred book hide?
a charred book. There's just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. Alright, I'll explain my theory. Don't keep us waiting any longer then, Counsel. Explain this theory of yours. What are you suggesting that you can ascertain from the fire damage this sorry tome has suffered?
Its owner?
I'm gonna save. Just for fun.
Just for the fuck of it. I'm pretty sure it's owner.
Yeah,
That feels right.
yeah. My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth about the book's owner. I beg your pardon?
But we already know who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand as she fell to the floor after all. It's obviously hers.
The question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand has yet to be answered. However, as to the questions of who the book really belongs to and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers. Good gracious, how can you possibly?
Very well. I'll play along with this futile attempt to delay your inevitable demise. But do remember, the members of the jury may well burn you if your little gamble goes awry.
Counsel, the defense's response here is very likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. So tell the court, who do you claim is the owner of this burnt book?
Mr. Garadeb.
Oh yeah, because he said that he lost that book or something.
Yes, he said it was his favorite book, and he lost it in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Mr. Garadeb?
He's on the first.
There he is.
Oh yeah. The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who own the house where the defendant has his lodgings. A certain Mr. and Miss Garadeb.
The landlords.
And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know. But of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty in this courtroom today is none other than Miss Garadeb herself.
Oh my goodness me! I think you must be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Garadeb's wife. I'm his maid.
Okay, with the wedding ring on your finger.
Literally.
Things would be so much easier if you would just drop the pretense. Alright then, how about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garadeb's house?
I would never presume to know all of the books he keeps, sir.
Objection!
This is outlandish behavior. This woman is the accused landlady, you say? You implicate this hard-working member of the public. You besmirch her without a shred of evidence. Your actions are unforgivable.
Objection.
This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below, another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb's house. Good lord! What sort of incident, counsel? A fire, my lord. For right to say it was, happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started to go up as well. Worse of it is, I lost my favorite. Book called The Lion's Pride.
Lion's Pride.
By Jove, this very same title that's the subject of this debate.
Oh dear me.
Objection.
This is risible?
Risible.
Risible? Thank you. This is risible. All you've told the court is that a book by the same name was involved in a fire. In which case, it would be reasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes. It's entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime.
Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord. Without going into details, it appears that Miss Garrideb was considerably enraged. Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garrideb even amid the flames.
Oh, how awful. I can't even imagine being so horrid to the one you love. Can you really?
Absolutely not, sir. Why, Patricia would never raise a finger against me, sir.
Yeah, man.
Here, man.
Had all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Then the wife started hurling things at me. There was I, back up against the window under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. The man had his back up against the window, and he had burning books thrown at him? Goodness gracious. Are you suggesting that the book was thrown through a window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
Objection.
No, a thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted the very evening of the incident, and there is no report of the Garrideb's window pane being broken.
That's quite true. We also saw no sign of broken glass when we visited the Garrideb household. But is it not conceivable that the window was open at the time and...
Not even remotely. Let us not forget the season and the chilling weather that accompanies it. No Londoner would ever leave a window open in the middle of winter.
Ah. Does the defense postulate the scenario in all seriousness, counsel? Do you earnestly claim that the book found at the scene was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Garrideb's wife? I believe it's a possibility, my lord.
Who said that?
I don't know. Ah, makes sense.
That's quite enough. Well, I hope that everyone can see you for what you are now. You little foreign trickster. You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward, a mean coward.
Really?
Claiming that our little tiff set the whole neighborhood alight. Honestly, implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for appearance sake. How could you? It's nothing to do with this beastly case. Not any of it. All you've done is sully our family name.
No, I assure you, that was never my intention.
Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense. I should box your ears. That's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable. Too right.
Here we go.
How long have we sat here now, listening to this Nipponese spouting out his fancy foreign theories? But thinking about it, at the end of the day, the only person who could possibly have stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with a mustache, and he ran away from the scene too.
I do declare you're right. It's true.
Yes. What did I tell you? Makes sense to me.
Sorry? What's that? Well, it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement. What is your position, Lord Van Zieks?
In truth, my lord, I feel I feel these have been unnecessarily protracted proceedings. But then one must always exercise patience in order to savor the best vintage.
No, wait. The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been...
If books are your predilection, my learned friend, study them on your own time.
Bro, get your foot off the desk. What? No forgive the discourtesy this time? Ahem. In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will now state your individual decisions regarding the defendant's culpability for the court to hear.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Well,
Well,
that's good. Thank you for that unambiguous response. That's twice now. It's over.
I don't know who that is. Is
Miss-
that-
yeah,
Mr. Naruhodo, don't give up.
Miss Susato?
Have you forgotten? The battle isn't over yet.
No, you're not suggesting.
Of course, the defense has the right to another summation examination at this point. You can still convince the jurors to change their minds. You have one more chance.
My lord, the defense asks to exercise its right to summation examination.
You believe you still have tricks up your sleeve?
I don't intend to trick anybody. I intend to uncover the truth. This is no time to be downcast. As long as there's a chance, I have to stay strong and determined. I like the cool cat emoji.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, there was no way we were finishing that section last night.
Absolutely not. I would have passed out.
Oh, you would have been perfect for Rolly then. Wow.
Wow.
Oh boy. At least this is the last part of this
Yeah.
trial, or of this case, and
For
then
this trial.
the next one has apparently 8, which is good.
Yes.
I have considered the defense counsel's request for a further summation examination of the jury, and I have determined that the court must uphold the defense's judicial right to this procedure. So, counsel, you will now proceed with your second summation examination. I presume the jury is ready, Mr. Foreman.
We are ready, my lord.
Very good. In that case, I must ask each of you now to state clearly and concisely for the court the ground on which you find the defendant guilty of the crime. Wow.
The accused left behind evidence at the scene, didn't he? Those 3 books of his.
If there was some novel alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider. Even if the woman was throwing books, it can't be related to this crime if the window was closed, can it?
Dearie me.
It was only a little book, hardly life-threatening, even with a direct hit.
Look, I just want to get this over with. If I don't bring home some pay tonight, I'll be on a tiny bit of trouble.
Come to think of it, we had a fire at home a while ago. It gave me the sneezes.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Blank star number 6.
Yes, considerably more tangible arguments from all the members of the jury this time around, it seems. With one notable exception, of course.
My learned student friend was unable to find fault in the previous witness testimony,
Hmm.
so the court must accept the fact that it was indeed the accused seen fleeing from the scene. And moreover, no one else was even at the scene to commit the crime.
Well, if the eyewitnesses are correct, it would seem as if the conclusion is somewhat set in stone. I fail to see how it can be argued any other way.
This means, I'm afraid, that during the summation examination, it's essential that you establish some other tangible explanation for the facts.
But how? What would even constitute a tangible explanation here?
Isn't it obvious? Who stabbed the woman and how? Those 2 details are all you need to provide. Simply give us a name and a method by which the attack was conducted.
And there I was thinking this might be hard.
But Mr. Naruhodo, you have to do it. Otherwise, this really will be the end of the trial.
Ugh, no pressure then. That's quite enough preamble. Proceed with the summation examination, please. I presume you are prepared, counsel. Oh, yes, my lord. All right, Ryunosuke, focus your mind now. And let's not get a guilty verdict. Smile emoji. Clearly, the key to the summation examination is going to be juror number 4, the maid. Or should I say, Ms. Garadeb.
We have a book that disappeared from the Garadeb's house on the evening of the incident, and the 4th book found in the victim's hand.
There must be a way to link the two. Yes, that's what we have to find. Using every technique I've learned in my short career so far, whatever it takes.
Don't forget to keep an eye on Miss Garadeb and how she reacts, even to the things other people say.
Heard.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna save.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Hold it!
But as we now know, there were 4 books, not 3.
Well, what difference does it make?
There's every possibility that the 4th book, in fact, belongs to the defendant's landlord.
Yes, that's the part I have problem with.
Sorry?
Well, at the point the woman was stabbed, this landlord fellow was at home, wasn't he? Enjoying a fiery scrap with his wife or something, you said.
That's not exactly how I put it, no.
Well, anyway, the point is, the fellow and his wife were somewhere else when it happened.
I think that's what you call a strong alibi.
So it couldn't have been the landlord who did it, which only leaves the Nipponese fellow. Honestly, I can't see what all this peddler's about. It's a done deal, isn't it?
I suppose it is, since I have nothing witty left to say. Okay.
Hold it!
So, you might be willing to change your decision, you mean? Oh my! Such delight on your face! But I'm afraid I shan't be swayed by emotion. Despite what you may think of me, I am a very modern, metropolitan, and rational woman. That's great. If one reads the morning papers, it's all forgotten by tea time, isn't it? So why read them in the first place? You see, modern, metropolitan, and rational thinking, wouldn't you say? And not at all extreme. As I see it, an overwhelming suspicious Japanese man has been implicated by overwhelmingly strong testimony. So despite one or two minor puzzlements, I do declare that the man is overwhelmingly guilty. Modern, metropolitan, and rational logic, wouldn't you say? Overwhelmingly. But us modern gals are always delighted to embrace new fads, you know. So I'd be only too happy to consider an exciting new theory if you could come up with one. I'd be happy to do that too, if only I could.
Let's do our very best not to disappoint the modern and metropolitan young lady.
Right. I'm glad you omitted rational there.
Hold it!
But what about the possibility that the window was open? What about it? I mean, there's just no way it could have been. How can you be so sure? The prosecutor fellow over there said it earlier, didn't he? Winters in London are no joke. You don't want to invite that sort of cold indoors. So no, that window wasn't open. Us Londoners like sitting by the fire and staying warm, see? But you couldn't categorically state that the window wasn't open, could you? It just wasn't. They wouldn't have opened it. Then what's the point of even then what's the point of even having windows, huh? Counsel, you will kindly refrain from childish bickering. Oh, sorry. Somehow I need to show there's an undeniable possibility that the window was open. Because this young man isn't going to budge otherwise.
Hold it!
But the little book was on fire at the time, was it not?
With flames of love, I'll have you know.
There's really no such thing as a loving incendiary bomb.
Well, he brought it upon himself. It's playing with fire to betray a fiery love. Isn't it? Well, don't you agree?
Oh, well, any kind of betrayal is certainly a bad thing, yes. But I think the argument might have arisen out of your misunderstanding, Miss Garrideb.
Never you mind that. The point is, we were just having a jovial little dispute, nothing more. And I would have any more of these suggestions that it was anything whatsoever to do with this crime.
Alright, well, we'll see about that. But what about juror number 5? He doesn't seem to be turning a hair at Miss Garrideb's relentless onslaughts.
Right?
It's almost as though he's used to it. What a gentle soul he is.
Okay.
Um,
Hold it!
You just want to get this over with? How can you sit there and say something like that? A man's future is at stake here.
well, him and me both then, like I said before.
What?
I told you already. I'm a day laborer, aren't I? If I don't bring home some breadies with me tonight, you'll find me floating face down in the Thames tomorrow morning.
What?
You heard me. My missus isn't one to mess about. You know, she can be fierce, believe you me.
Another shining example of marital bliss, then.
A situation like this cropped up the other day. It was, well, do you know, it's funny, but I can't quite remember.
Sorry?
It was too frightening. That's the thing. I must have blocked it out.
Helpful.
I wonder if Mr. Beat will ever be dragged into the Thames by a scarf.
Don't even go there, Miss Susato. There must be some way to jog his memory about this. This is all very fascinating.
Interesting, right?
Does that have anything to do with your decision about the defendant's culpability in this case? Sorry? What's that? You'll have to speak up, lad. Could you tell us more about that fire? It was last winter. My grandchildren baked me a lovely cake on my birthday. It had 75 candles on the top, it did. What a sight to behold it was. You put candles on a cake? Was it some kind of devil worship? Of course not. It was an angel cake to celebrate my birthday, obviously.
It seems that's a common custom here in Great Britain, Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay, but 75 is kind of
That's
excessive.
kind of insane.
Anyway, I mustered all my puff to blow them out. Only I must have blown wrong somehow. The flames didn't go out, but candles went flying all over the room. Bro, what?
What?
The furniture caught, and everything went up. The whole place filled with smoke. Definitely sounds like the devil worship to me. I was gonna say that they opened a window to get the smoke out. Easy. And by the sneezes, I presume you mean a cold. But how did you catch a cold from a fire? What a fiasco it was. The grandchildren, bless them, threw water over me as they tried to put out the flames. And then, because the whole room had filled with smoke, of course, we had to open all the windows to clear it. The windows. The biting winter air rushed over me like the devil dancing on my grave, it did. I got a terrible cold from it. It put me in hospital for a while. I won't forget that birthday in a hurry. I knew it was devil worship all along. But something about this old man's story is playing on my mind for some reason.
We need to demonstrate who, apart from Mr. Natsume, could have attacked the young woman on the street. As well as how he, or she, could have done it.
Yes, but once again, the jurors' statements are full of personal prejudice. A lot of them seem convinced that they're right, even in the face of logical arguments to the contrary.
I think you're going to need to pit them against each other to force them to accept an alternative explanation.
Yes. I don't necessarily need to find contradictions between their assertions, just a connection might do the trick. Alright, I'll see what I can do. If anything stands out, I'll go in for a strike.
That's the spirit.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of who we need to pit against Juror 6.
3.
Okay.
Because he was like... If
There's
it,
a reason.
like, there's a reason for the window to be open, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna save.
Okay.
Now that we listened to all of it. Pit against number 6.
Objection.
Well. These two jurors' statements clearly contradict one another. They do? How exactly, counsel? Don't point at me again! I told you, it wasn't me! Oh. I didn't mean to click on. Hello. What's that you say? Speak up, lad. Speak up! Juror number 3. Do you see? Oh, me? See what, sir? Did you hear juror number 6's account of his birthday celebrations last year? It seems, despite being a Londoner, he once opened his windows in the middle of winter. Well, yes, of course, because it was an emergency. I mean, obviously, if the room was filled with smoke from a fire, then you'd be mad not to open the... Oh! Exactly. On the day in question, at the time of the incident, there was a fire in the Garadeb household, and Mr. Garadeb had the following to say about it. The whole place filled with smoke.
Oh my.
Oh, my hat! Well, hello, number 4. They're
Okay. Do we want to pursue that or let this finish out?
We can just let this finish out, I guess.
Okay.
Therefore, to clear the smoke, either Mr. Garadeb or his wife almost certainly opened the window. That you cannot deny. Would be in no way out of the ordinary. No, I suppose it wouldn't. When you get to my age, you learn a thing or two, you know? And I can tell you, you'd have to be a prize idiot not to open the window if there was a fire, eh? Yes, of course. I think I need to reconsider my statement. Yes, please do. That's a step in the right direction, I think. So... Okay, so maybe we press this and now we can
Or we do the pit again, and
I
then because
don't.
that's when she popped up was during the pit.
Yeah, maybe. Hold on. I did press it, but hold on.
Oh my.
Okay, you can also do it on. You can do it on the. I don't know if the pitting.
Oh, on the
I don't know. It just worked when I was in the.
okay.
So
Hold
let
on.
me reset it. Hold on. Oh goodness.
Oh, are you just gonna go from back in the beginning again?
You know what? No. Once you
Okay,
get your
just get-
first, once you get your first pursue, just
Okay.
let me know.
Give me a moment. Okay, there. Pursue.
Juror number 4, do you have something to say about that? Miss Garadeb.
Oh, dearie me. What is the meaning of this? How dare you imply that I'm hiding who I really am?
It's imperative that you confirm something for the court. So please, it's time to drop the pretense now.
What is it?
When the fire started in your house that day, did you or your husband open the window?
What? I beg your pardon. What are you insinuating?
The room would have been thick with smoke after the carpet and bookcase caught fire as they did. In a situation like that, it's inconceivable that you wouldn't have opened the window.
And what if we did?
Gulp.
Oh, all right then. Yes, you're right. My husband was frantically trying to open the window, which can't have been easy since I continued to give him a justly deserved book battering.
Even though your house was on fire?
No, you never stop throwing until the anger subsides. It would be terribly bad for the nerves to do otherwise.
Of course. I should have realized.
That's a significant step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. You've managed to establish that the window was open. We simply must have that added to Miss Garadib's formal statement.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we press
So-
it now?
Sure.
Okay.
Hold it!
The 4th book found at the scene of the crime shows very obvious signs of fire damage. And the title of the book is The Lion's Pride. The same title, in fact, as the book that Mr. Garadeb told us he had been reading.
Well, I really couldn't say.
On the day in question, did you or did you not throw at your husband the copy of The Lion's Pride that he had been reading?
I did. It was the first thing I could lay my hands on, so I hurled it straight at him. And now you come to mention it, yes. He was rather enjoying reading it, you're right.
Why did you not reveal this information to the court from the outset?
Because I couldn't, you insolent little man. I didn't remember. At times like that, you pick up and throw whatever you can lay your hands on, as well as you know.
I really don't.
I barely noticed I was throwing a book, much less the title of it. Oh, okay. So I have a new thing now.
Right. Totally understandable.
I mean, you can't waste time deciding what to use next, can you? When you feel the way I did, you don't care what it is. You just want to smash into his face.
Yeah, man. You see where violence can lead, Miss Susato?
I'm disheartened to think you might believe me capable of such behavior. Anyway, I have a feeling I might have noticed someone reacting a little strangely to Miss Garadeb's remarks just now.
Ah, perhaps I missed something while I was preoccupied. Okay, so we can... I don't...
Go back. Press again.
Yeah.
Hold it!
And then just, wait a little bit until...
It is at the tail end of the fucking statement. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Excuse me.
Cool. What is it, juror number 5?
You know something? I've remembered what it was. That memory I had blocked out.
Ah,
It was listening to what this granny was saying. Brought it all flooding back. Are you calling a granny, you cheeky devil? I'm Miss Garadeb, or the maid, I'll have you know.
man doesn't even flinch. Please tell me that's not because he's so used to being hit all the time.
It was about 2 weeks ago now. I just got back home after work like. I put my hands in my pocket for the wages I just earned that day, and I nearly died. There was a hole. Every last penny had dropped out.
Oh dear, what a disaster.
You hadn't heard the half of it, boy.
Oh?
My wife was cutting up some chicken at the time. I could hardly get the words out, but I told her straight, I've lost the day wages, love. Next thing I knew, the blade was whistling past my ear. Stuck in the wall next to me, it did. About an inch deep.
Oh no.
No words, just terror.
I could smell it then, you know. That god-awful stench of the Thames. I was sure I was going to end up face down in the muddy banks that night, I can tell you. Now, that's a real disaster, isn't it?
I'll never use the word lightly again.
Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. When a woman loses their rag, they'll throw anything at you. Knives, hatchets, hammers, you name it. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't think that all women are so short-tempered and unrefined.
No, I wasn't thinking that.
Throwing household objects at people is, well, it's so uncivilized. At least attack with honor, using a bow or the like.
What? Attack? Who are you going to attack?
Never mind. Anyway, this man's words could be rather significant, I think.
Alright, we'll come back to the bow and arrow thing later, if I dare. Also, did they not, like, figure out whose knife it was? Like,
No.
Oh, wait! No! I don't think we ever looked at the knife!
oh yeah, true.
They gave us the knife!
Well,
Do we want to look at this now? We've never touched this.
hold on, I'm opening. Maybe there... I want to be...
The knife's edge is missing. The tip is missing.
Oh. Maybe we should click on that.
Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo. Just at the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
You're right. Well spotted, Mr. Sato.
I wonder what could have happened to it.
Yes. You don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you?
Oh dear. I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful.
Okay, wow. A nothing sandwich. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Got nothing else. Okay. So now I'm
2 and 5, or 2 and 4, or 2 and 5. Yeah, 2 and 5.
tune 5. Okay. Shit.
Objection.
Those two statements clearly have a deeply significant connection. Good grief! You mean they don't contradict each other? Explain, counsel, at once. Juror number 2. Do you think perhaps that this could be one such novel alternative? Oh my, whatever do you mean? An alternative explanation as to how the victim was stabbed in the back.
What are you talking about?
We've demonstrated that the fourth book, The Lion's Pride, that was found at the scene of the crime, originated in Mr. Garadeb's room on the top floor of his house. Therefore, it's equally possible that some other object beside the book could have found its way from the Garadeb household to the street below.
What's that now?
After all, Miss Garadeb could have thrown any number of different objects at her husband. Isn't that right, juror number 4?
are you insinuating now, you little beanpole?
I'm beginning to think that ever since the true origins of this book came to light, perhaps she's had a feeling this might be what happened.
No, you listen here, you Eastern Gala. As the foreman of this jury, I demand a straight answer. You give us this yarn about some other object making its way out of the house. But what? What was it?
Oh, you know, I'm really taking a big gamble here. That was a bold accusation to make, but I haven't any real evidence to back it up. But I'm certain that at the very least, this warrants further investigation. Alright, Mr. Foreman, I'll try to explain the defense's theory. The other object that found its way from the Garrett household to the scene of the crime was the jackknife.
The knife.
Take that!
No, not examine. Present.
Juror number 4, Miss Garradeb.
What? What now?
I must apologize in advance for this, but I need you to confirm something else for the court. This knife. Have you ever seen this knife before?
Oh,
Good Lord, Counsel! What on earth are you doing? That's the weapon that was lodged into the victim's back, man! Yeah, true. My lord, remember that when the victim was attacked, Mr. and Miss Garradeb were in the throes of an argument. Miss Garradeb was hurling anything she could at her husband, who'd been backed up against a window. A window that had been opened to clear the smoke, and through which a book sailed to land at the crime scene.
you can't seriously believe that. The book was found in the victim's grasp.
Are you saying that it flew out of the window and across the street to land neatly in her hand?
Even my missus hasn't got a name like that.
Huh? Yes, I admit there are many details we don't yet understand, but that's the point. That's precisely why we must not allow this trial to end. Not right now. Oh my. Ah. Miss Garradeb, your answer, please. Have you seen this knife before or not?
Ah.
Oh. Oh, she's dead. My lord! I wish to change my decision. I'm a woman of my word, after all. Thank you, madam.
Yes, I agree. I certainly didn't see this coming, but I just don't think it would be right for this trial to come to an end with so many unanswered questions.
Mr. Foreman.
I have to agree. Not that I think the granny did it mind.
Yes, you know what? I'm not quite happy about this at the moment either.
Altogether now, ladies and gents.
Okay, what's up with Juror 6? What's his deal?
He probably didn't hear any of
He's
it.
old.
Oh,
He probably
you know, fair.
didn't hear anything. And he's like, well, we did it.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Naruhodo.
So, as a result of the defense's summation examination, a number of jurors' leanings have changed. 2 jurors called guilty, against 4 now calling innocent. Accordingly, the opinion of this court is divided. And this trial will continue. I didn't think we were gonna get Foreman on that.
Right.
Now then, Lord Van Zieks, how does the prosecution wish to proceed?
This trial is rapidly descending into a farce.
Yeah, man. Whatever you say.
Like a corked wine, the first few sips are bitter enough. What follows is so repugnant, it's good for nothing save the gutter. If I may, Lord Van Zieks. The defense has just put forward a credible alternative explanation for what happened. Credible? Is that your considered opinion, Mr. Foreman? The defense's argument is a joke to which I barely know how to respond. But let me start by insisting that you must all familiarize yourselves better with the relative positions of those places being discussed.
What do you mean by that? What's his angle this time?
Yeah. It should already be more than apparent that between the crime scene and the Garrideb household runs a rather wide street, Briar Road. Which means that the distance from the Garrideb's house to the scene is some, 15 yards. Let me see, 15 yards, that's around 14 meters.
14 meters? Oh, that's a little farther than I imagined.
And as you ladies and gents of the jury rightly noted as having portentous significance, the fourth book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, the smoldering book, once only hurled by the lady of the house, traveled some 15 yards, to land on the opposite side of the road, neatly between the collapsed victim's finger and thumb. Is that your final conclusion, my learned and deluded friend?
That is also assuming that the book was thrown first. Or that the book was thrown
Well,
after the
what-
stabbing happened. She could have just, like, I don't know, picked it up off the side of the street.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is like, the book was hurled first, she picked up the book, and then accidentally got fucking stabbed in the back.
Hey man,
With the
maybe
knife.
maybe she got stabbed, but she didn't notice it because it wasn't in a vital place. Maybe, I don't know, it got stuck in the coat and then something else knocked her out. Who knows?
Oh. Who knows?
I don't remember. I don't know.
And did the jackknife follow a near identical trajectory to plunge into the middle of the victim's back? This fantasy is somewhat stretching the notion of having a bad day for the victim, I think. Even those pathetic serialized detective stories have more believable plots.
There's nothing I can say to that.
That prosecutor loves the sound of his own voice.
True. Miss Susato.
Serialized detective stories are pathetic, are they? How dare he?
Maybe let's pick our battles here.
My lord, might I be allowed to speak?
As judicial, oh my goodness. As judicial assistant, you may speak for the defense. Yes. Go ahead.
The prosecution may consider the idea a fantasy, but what the defense has postulated was believed enough to persuade the jury to change its leaning. And as such, the court has a duty to explore this alternative explanation as thoroughly as possible.
Oh yeah.
To that end, juror number 4, Miss Joan Garrideb, must be called to testify and submit to cross-examination.
Saints alive! A cross-examination of a juror? Order! 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 Well, this is highly irregular. It is unprecedented for a member of the jury to be summoned to the witness stand.
Fuck the gallery. And unnecessary.
Lord Van Zeeks?
There are already witnesses in the stand whose testimony the defense may further cross-examine. If my learned friend's farcical theory has any truth in it, then both a burning book and a jackknife must have flown through the sky before the couple's eyes. We must assume they would be able to testify accordingly.
What say you, witnesses? Good morning.
My constable,
My Rolly, where'd he go?
where'd he go?
Ah,
Yes, sir. Constable Rowley B reporting for duty, sir.
You sounded so scared. Well, good morning, officer.
Sorry for dozing until now, sir. I haven't slept for a month on account of a villain who's appeared on my beat, sir.
Oh, they are so heroic, these London bobbies.
Patricia, my darling, I've been neglecting you, but no more.
Oh, Rolly, my hero. You make me swoon.
Very well. I hereby reject the defense's request
Oh.
and order the witnesses in the stand to testify again.
Ugh.
State forthwith before the court any details pertaining to the defense's alternative explanation of events.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
Okay.
This case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Caradeb. Believe me, a London Bobby is good for his word. You see, sir, the windows on the top floor of the Caradeb house are top-hinged casements.
Obviously, if anything has been thrown out the window, we would have seen it. I did leave the scene to go and fetch help, but my trusty Rolly was there to make sure nothing was disturbed.
I didn't take my eye off the crime scene for one moment, sir. Nothing strange to report on that front, sir.
Didn't you literally fall asleep?
Yeah, she said that you fell asleep.
Well, this is quite startling. Top hinged casement windows.
That detail was not in the police report, Constable.
Ah, yes, sorry about that. I must have been a little drowsy.
Not him doing the finger thing.
Oh.
You cannot excuse your sins with drowsiness every time,
No, sir.
Sorry, but what exactly is a top hinged casement window?
And you cannot excuse your ignorance with such trite remarks, my learned friend.
Of course. Sorry.
I found it, Mr. Naruhodo. Cast your mind back to the windows in Mr. and Mrs. Garredeb's house.
Alright, I'll try.
So the window opens in order to allow air to circulate inside the house. But it's a top hinged casement window. It swings open along the upper edge, you see.
I'm glad you rectified your ignorance. A casement window's most prominent feature is its stay, a metal bar which prevents the window from being opened beyond a certain amount.
It prevents it opening? This is all news to me.
Absolutely correct, sir. In other words, if a book or knife were to have been thrown through the top window, it would have clattered against the pane and fallen straight down to the pavement below.
No.
You see the problem, then? Good. Your education in Windows is complete. There was never any possibility of either the book or the knife traveling 15 yards down over the road. That is, unless the window pane had been shattered, something we've discounted already.
That can't be. Okay, but yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Did you see that, Broly? That young Japanese man just collapsed in agony.
Oh yes, my darling. I saw it. I saw how he crumbled before me.
Oh, Broly, you're so strong.
How is this happening? I haven't even started the cross-examination yet, and already my argument's been destroyed.
Destroyed.
He was destroyed. Counsel, if you could drag yourself upright again, the court awaits your cross-examination. I like how it's such like a strain every time.
Right.
It's great. My lord. Oh, good. Another desperate situation. Just what we needed.
Wonderful. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna save again.
I forget that it's G to access my settings.
Okay.
Hold it!
Okay.
How can you say that for certain?
A very good question, sir. And the answer is this! It has the noble founding principles of the Force written on it as a reminder to us all policemen of our sworn duty.
He showed us that before, didn't he?
Did he? I can't say I remember.
To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man is what the job's all about. And that is why I can stand here today beside my long-suffering wife and tell you Bobby's good for his word. While rubbing my tired eyes, admittedly. Sir!
Oh, Rolly, you're so manly.
Of course I am, my darling Patricia. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
No. None of this is what I meant. I meant, how can you say for certain that this case has nothing to do with Mr. and Miss Garadeb?
Well, I see, sir. You should have said so earlier.
Yes, well. So, could you answer the question? That was a waste of time then.
Absolutely, sir. I will answer it to the fullest of my abilities, sir. There's a surprising reason Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's domestic dispute can't be related to this case. But before I get into that, sir, just one thing.
Yes?
I'd very much like you and all your countrymen to understand the great British institution of Scotland Yard. So I hope you'll take back some tales of us London bobbies and how we uphold our guiding principles.
I wasn't planning on going back just yet. I've only just arrived here.
So to that end, sir, I'd be happy to lend you my warrant card for your perusal. But I must warn you, you won't be able to get through it without shedding a few tears.
Thank you. I'll try. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Well, let's take a side to look at that, I guess.
Okay. So
Read and weep.
I'm about to start bawling. London Bobbies maintains the rules of conduct to which they must adhere. Okay. They will strive to preserve the peace within his allotted beat. A patrolling officer expects to walk 20 miles around his beat every day for the furtherance of community relations. Any crimes fall under the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. I'm absolutely bawling my eyes out now.
I told you.
Principles of policing and Metropolitan Police regulations. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thanks, man.
Hold it!
What are we supposed to get from that?
I don't know. I'm sure it'll come up.
Okay.
Not the British police propaganda. By which you mean they don't open fully. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. They're just there to allow a bit of air through the house, you see, so they're restricted as to how much they open.
And therefore, anything thrown out the windows from inside the room would simply strike the pane and fall to the street directly below. For clarity, allow me to mark the map.
Well, thanks.
Here is the location where objects would have fallen.
Yes. Directly opposite the scene of the crime on the other side of the rather wide road. Would it have been so hard for somebody to mention this top-hinged casement thing before? Well, I have another question for you, Constable.
And what would that be, sir?
How do you even know? Why would you have any idea what sort of windows Mr. and Miss Scaradub's house is furnished with?
Ah, well, sir, that's very simple. You see, I helped with the investigation yesterday.
Ooh,
Okay, so we got a thing with her.
Okay. You helped? In what way?
Various members of the public were questioned in order to gather information about the case.
That's right, sir. The sad truth is, a removal worked. So even though it wasn't under the jurisdiction of my own beat, I obviously wanted to help.
I see. Well, thank you.
Oh, is it my turn now?
Well,
Okay,
do
you
we
want to go back to that statement?
want to go back or do we want to press everything else?
I say we go back to that statement.
Okay.
And we just get that out of the way. Ooh, breast.
Okay. And she said it like I don't know
Towards the end.
how far into it.
Yabba 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 yabba.
Yep. Briar Road. Yep. True.
Yep, true.
Yep. So yep. Opposite. Yep. Yeah, man. Another question. Yep. Bro is investigating. We know this. Okay.
Okay, there it is.
Excuse me.
Pursue.
Do you have something to add, Miss Speed?
Sorry?
You look, well, delighted. Is there some particular reason for that?
Oh, I was just remembering. That's all. We really were so lucky.
Lucky? What do you mean?
Well, of course I feel terrible for the poor woman who was attacked. Don't misunderstand me, please. But we were just so lucky it didn't happen on Rolly's beat. It was so close, you see.
Oh, I hadn't realized.
Oh yes, that street Briar Road. That's the boundary between Rolly's beat and the next one. Isn't that right, my love?
Okay.
Imagine they move the body, bro.
That's what I'm thinking!
Bro. Constable Beat.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's the reason I was helping out with interviewing the occupants of the Garadeb household yesterday. Their house is on my beat, you see, sir.
That really was cutting it close then.
Constable, I wonder if you could clarify something.
No,
If the Garadeb household is on your beat, does that mean that the pavement next to it is as well?
outside Mr. Garadeb's house? Yes, Mom. The pavement on that side of the road is part of my beat.
I see. I was unaware of that.
Just think, if the woman had been attacked just on the other side of Briar Road, never been able to go out for that meal to celebrate our wedding anniversary.
Wow, priorities.
But but that's the life of a Bobby after all.
Extraordinary people are Bobbies, tirelessly working for the benefit of all Londoners.
You know what I think? I think it was the good Lord's way of rewarding my Rolly for all his hard work. Don't you think so, my darling?
That must be it, Pat, my love. That must be it.
I think perhaps we should make sure we have that information officially on record.
Leave it to me, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll take care of it immediately.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now it's my turn. So what exactly was updated in the...
Was it the court? Like the... What was it?
It was the case file. I just want to
Yeah.
know what in the case file was updated. Location
I guess...
east side.
Yeah. Yeah. And like in the thing it says, it does update it, that it was on Constable Beats Beat. Okay. That's exciting.
So I think I'm just confused on where the cutoff for the
For the what? Sorry, you cut off.
sorry. I think I'm just confused on where the cutoff for like the beats are. So
Maybe it's
this obviously wasn't his, but then are they saying that this was his?
yeah, because it says
Yes.
the border of which runs down the
Okay.
middle of the road. So I think it
Okay.
literally splits down the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
To the side
Wonderful.
closest to Natsume is part of Rhodey's beat.
Okay.
Imagine what happens
it,
if
I
what happens if it's right if there was a crime right in the middle. What happens then? Whose beat is it?
No one helps.
Legal gray zone.
Someone just gets like run over by a horse and then they just
Oh!
Hey man, they made that comment earlier. The
Oh.
horse-drawn carriage, you know? What happens if they're just in the
Yeah.
middle of the road for some reason?
Wow.
Yep.
Makes you think.
But according to my notes here, the sun had gone down already and it was dark.
Oh, but Rolly and I were strolling along, gazing at the night sky and looking for our lucky star.
Sorry?
The star that will guide us to eternal happiness.
Can I guide you to answer the question?
If a flaming book had cut across the sky in front of us, it would have lit up like a shooting star.
And if I'd seen a shooting star, I would have made a wish upon it. Let Rolly be an inspector, I would have said. 3 times at least.
Oh, Inspector Rowley.
Of course, what with the smog and everything, we couldn't actually see any stars.
In short, are you trying to say that neither a book nor a knife crossed the sky before you?
Yes, sir, that is correct, sir. As sure as the night sky in London is starless, sir.
Certainly seems like they're telling the truth.
And then we saw the poor woman fall to the ground, so we ran straight over to help her.
Okay.
Hold it!
Yes, you said that you went to a nearby police box to fetch another officer. Is that right?
That's right, yes. If it had been on Rolly speed, I would have known exactly where I was going, of course.
Don't feel bad, my love. You can't be expected to know the location of every police box on every beat.
So Rolly told me the way. Only, I sort of got a little lost on the way.
Patricia, my darling, that's why I love you. Your terrible sense of direction is bewitching to me. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
Oh, please. Ooh.
So I suppose I was gone for about 15 minutes. But like I said, my Rolly was at the scene the whole time, making sure nothing was disturbed.
I was off duty at the time, of course, but a true Bobby is never really off duty, sir.
Okay.
Hold it!
Nothing to report?
That's correct, sir. I had my eyes wide open the entire time, never looked away for a second. No one else approached the scene, and nothing was removed from it. I can swear to that on the yard's honour, sir.
Really? That seems a little strange.
Beg your pardon, sir. Strange, sir. Seems altogether regular to me.
This burnt copy of The Lion's Pride was originally in the Garredup household. So the question remains, how did it find its way into the hand of the victim? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time?
Aha! Could it be a different copy, sir? One that just happened to be burnt as well?
Even if that were possible, why would the victim have been gripping a book like that in her hand? As we can see from this photographic print, she had a bag over her shoulder.
Well, sir, that book was in the lady's hand from the moment we arrived at the scene.
Is that so? There's something about this statement that's not sitting right with me. The two mysteries of how that knife ended up in her back and how that book ended up in her hand. There must be some common thread between them.
No, it's fine.
Can I ask you something,
No.
please, Mr. Lawyer, sir?
Not really. Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
You're doubting us, aren't you? I can tell.
What? I wasn't really. I mean, what's she doing?
Please, just because I'm a woman, it doesn't make my testimony any less valuable.
Bro.
You might just see me as a wife of a policeman, but I'm a woman of my word, I am.
Bro. I really don't remember I don't remember ever suggesting that I doubted you.
No excuses. I don't want to hear it. My voice will be heard. My lord, you'll let me speak, won't you?
Yes, Miss B. I will allow you to supplement your testimony if you so desire. Sometimes the path of least resistance is the sage one. That was a very loud mutter.
I heard that. That Japanese man thinks a policeman's wife's word counts for nothing, does he? Well, watch out, sir. I might let you get away with something like that, but my Rolly won't.
Duly noted, Miss B. Please, I humbly ask you to continue.
What could she possibly be about to say, I wonder?
As she stabbed the lady. Easy. Okay, so is it the next date?
Oops.
No.
Oops.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm gonna
Don't
fast
worry.
forward through all this.
I'll be here. I'll be waiting.
Yabba 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 yabba.
I am just so. Yeah, man.
Indeed.
Yep. That's a great way to put it. Wow. Can you believe it?
Wow, young love. So beautiful.
Here in this
So
courtroom.
beautiful.
Here in this courtroom. Whew, boy. Alright.
Okay, press this.
Yes.
Okay.
Miss Beat, nobody is questioning what you've told us.
I saw it, I did. That evening, I saw it clearly. That little Eastern man with the whiskers and the funny curved back, sneaking away from the scene.
Whiskers.
And I know what I didn't see as well. I didn't see any flaming books or knives flying through the sky.
All very clear. You also mentioned something about having a poor sense of direction?
Oh, yes. Well, that's a little embarrassing, really. I'm always ending up at the wrong place when I made arrangements to meet Rolly. He gets ever so cross.
Okay, well,
Okay. Oh,
come back to that.
yeah. Oh, well, we've all made mistakes like that from time to time, I'm sure.
I got the wrong church on the day of our wedding. I remember it caused a terrible kerfuffle. I very nearly got married to someone I'd never even met before.
I'm insane.
Well, okay. That would most certainly not do, madam. Anyway, continue with your testimony, please, Constable. Bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Alright.
Press.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yep. No books, no knives. Yep.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Constable B, is there a problem?
no, sir. No problem, sir.
Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind, perhaps?
Oh, well, in a way, sir. Yes, sir. I was just remembering that the same thing happened this evening is all.
You mean Miss Beat lost her way on the night of the incident?
Well, you see, I sent her off to find a police box in the next beat over from mine. But she was gonna lay a bit longer than what I was expecting. I thought she'd be back inside 10 minutes, but my darling was gone a good 15.
Oh, Rolly, you're such a tease. But the reason I was gone for so long was because of the bouquet, silly.
The bouquet?
Sorry, what bouquet are you talking about?
Oh, it was a present for our wedding anniversary. Rolly's so romantic. He saved up for it with farthings and hay pennies he found in the gutter while doing his rounds.
Yes, how romantic.
I'd forgotten all about it until just now. Had you, my darling?
Oh! Oh yes. But that was just between us. No talking about it to anyone else, darling. You have to promise.
Really? Oh,
What
What?
was that all about? Constable Beat looked very obviously troubled during that exchange.
I'm afraid I can't offer any useful insight, Mr. Naruhodo. But I'm quite sure of one thing. We have to ask Miss Beat about the bouquet.
Miss Beat, this bouquet you just mentioned, I'd like to add details about it to your testimony, please.
Oh, really? Yes, I'd love to.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, Rez.
Hold it!
Okay. You mean you dropped the bouquet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, that's right. Oh, I was so upset. When we ran over and saw the woman with the knife in her back, I was so shocked, I dropped the bouquet Rolly gave me. It was in a dark spot where the streetlights weren't casting any light, so I didn't notice at first.
And then you went to the police box to report it to the policeman whose beat it was on?
Yes, and I came back to the scene together with the other constable, you see. That's when I spotted my bouquet again, but the funny thing was, when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body at all.
In case you need reminding, Miss Beat, the victim is not deceased.
I was all flustered for a moment before I heard a voice calling me from the other side of the road.
Your husband, presumably.
That's right, silly me. I gone over to the wrong side of the street. Although, I'm going to blame the bouquet this time. I can't think how it got there, I really can't.
So the bouquet somehow moved from one side of Briar Road to the opposite. Curious indeed.
How curious. How queer.
Isn't it? But the worst of it is, I forgot to pick up the bouquet up again when we left the scene. That beautiful rose Rolly bought me. With that change from the gutter he spent so long collecting.
By bouquet, do you perhaps mean this sorry solitary rose?
Oh! Oh, yes! Yes, that's it! That's the bouquet Rolly bought me for our anniversary! With old bits of change he found in the gutter.
Maybe just call it a rose. Tell us, Lord Van Zieks, where did you come by the flower?
According to the report by the police officer in charge of the crime scene investigation, it was found on the edge of the pavement in front of the Garadeb household.
In front of the Garadeb's house.
Although it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamps cast no light. It was believed to be of no relevance to the case, since it was found on the opposite side of the thoroughfare.
thank you, sir. Thank you. Can I have it back now, please?
No, I think for good measure, this road should be added to the court record as evidence.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's a symbol of our love. I want it back after the trial. Do you hear me? I want it back.
Good grief. Rest assured that I shall do my very best not to forget, Miss B. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna save.
Oh, whoops. Cool.
So... I don't think she has... I don't think she, had a misdirection thing going on there. If I'm suspecting. And, you know, just... I had to guess.
Yeah, they're both
y-
in on it.
You know, and... You know.
Oh, did we not press the last one?
Oh. Sorry, I was just reading through all of them really fast.
Yeah, I was
I
just confused. I was like,
I think you have done this one.
I think we went through all of them.
Yeah, because I think this gave you the other dialogue.
Yeah. Because this was...
oh, okay.
So... I think this is when we gotta present something. Which...
Okay, well,
Drop the rose where she stood. I'm definitely thinking he moved the body so he didn't have to do the work.
yeah.
But how do we prove that? What? Nothing strange to report.
Okay. Something.
Take my off the crime scene for one moment. Nothing strange to report on that front. I'm losing my way for a while. Oh, aw man. It's been troubling me all along. I think I'm starting to get a picture of what really happened. Yeah, me too.
I don't fucking know.
I'm sure that because someone else has been hiding something from us as well. Yeah, true. I may already be armed with everything I need to strike a decisive blow here. I just need to figure out how to do that. Okay, but how do we do that? I want to say, like... Drop my bouquet and ended up losing my way for a while. Didn't take my eye off the crime scene for one moment. Nothing strange to report on that front.
I want to do a quick investigation. I'll let you know if this is of any importance.
I'll look at it too. Newspaper. Wow. It's an old newspaper. Wow. Just
Okay.
I'm just don't pick sweet potato. Policemen will strive to preserve the peace within his allotted beat. Patrolling officers are expected to walk 20 miles around his beat every day for furtherance of community relations. Any crimes fall under the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. When a crime is discovered on this beat, a police must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. So obviously that would be why he would move the body so that he wasn't in charge of it.
Yeah.
But how do we go about proving that?
Right.
Didn't think about nothing strange to report on that. I feel like presenting the rose there doesn't really help. My way for a while. Trustee Rose, make sure nothing got disturbed. Who was also sleeping, apparently. Thrown out the window, we would have seen it.
What happens if you, like, present the map on that 5th statement?
I mean, I don't know.
Hold on.
Because losing your way from there.
Nope, it's not that.
Okay. I mean, I could see, you know, I could definitely understand, you know. I mean, maybe it would be the bouquet on this last one, because it's like, why wouldn't, if he never took his eyes off the crime scene, then like maybe you should have noticed the bouquet, maybe, or something.
Seems like such a weird stretch, but
Hey bruh.
you would be correct.
Hey bruh.
Objection.
This case is already very wild, so whatever.
Whatever.
You claim, Constable Beat, that there was nothing to report in the 15 or so minutes you were guarding the scene. But that cannot be.
What do you mean to say?
Well, you know. In your testimony just now, Miss Beat, you explained to the court that when you arrived back at the scene of the crime with the policeman assigned to that beat, the bouquet you had dropped at the victim's side was no longer anywhere nearby.
Objection!
Yes, on the opposite side of Briar Road to where the victim was attacked. But considering the size of this meager bouquet, if a single sorry bloom can be so described, no doubt it was blown in the wind across the street, back into the gutter where it belongs. Meager?
Objection.
Wait, Rolly is 15? About
No, I'm just making that up.
bro,
I was wondering, I was like, can I see people? How old is Rolly?
You actually can.
he's 23.
Yeah,
That's right.
I was like,
23, 21.
I was like, yeah, man.
He looks like 15 though.
Yeah, true. But if that were the case, why did Constable Beat not testify to the fact?
No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it. Constable Beat swore to that on Scotland Yard's honor. But the bouquet belonged to me. It has nothing to do with the case. That's why Rolly didn't mention it, I'm sure.
No, because sadly, it's not only your bouquet we're talking about here. More than one thing in this case is mysteriously the wrong way round.
What are you talking about?
Think about it. Besides Miss Beat's bouquet, there's Mr. Garrideb's book. Mr. Garrideb's copy of The Lion's Pride, which was thrown out the window by his wife, would have struck the pane of the casement window and landed here, on the west side of the street. And yet... It was actually found here on the opposite side of the road in the victim's hand. Meanwhile, according to the testimony we've heard, Miss Beat's bouquet should have been dropped here at the scene of the crime on the east side of the street. But in fact, it was actually found here on the opposite side of the road in front of Mr. and Miss Garrideb's house. There's no logical explanation for those things, unless somebody deliberately moved them.
What are you trying to say? The way you're talking, it sounds like you think my Rolly's done something wrong. Don't you listen to a word that scrawny lawyer says. Wittering on about books and bouquets. Why should we care? It's nitpicking, that's what it is.
Oh good, Miss Garrideb's come round. You might call it nitpicking, Miss Garrideb, but deliberately muddling with the scene of a crime is a criminal offense. It's called,
Tampering, Mr. Naruhodo.
wow. But the person responsible for this tampering cannot admit to it, for a very subtle but compelling reason.
Objection!
Tampering. You've barely heard the term before. Tell us, my learned friend, who would possibly have had cause to carry out such an elaborate deception?
Yes, there is someone who tampered with the scene of the crime that evening. All the evidence and all the testimony points to that one particular person. Counsel, I must demand that you substantiate this conjecture. Who are you saying is responsible for tampering with the scene of the crime? Bro, it's him.
R.I.P. Rolly.
R.I.P. Rolly.
No, no.
Obviously, there's only one person it could have been. Constable Rolly Beat, it was you. What? A policeman? A member of Scotland Yard?
What nonsense! Why would my Rolly do something like that? There's no one straighter than my husband. No Bobby Briggs. More tirelessly through the people of London.
Miss Beat.
I am straighter.
You said in your testimony that your husband asked you to go to a nearby police box to fetch the officer on duty. The 15 minutes that you were absent from the scene is the only opportunity anyone had to tamper with it.
You're making it up. It's all nonsense. It's all lies. What about that Japanese man with the whiskers? I bet it was him. He did it.
If that was true, Constable B would have seen him do it.
Oh. And forgive me for pointing it out, but when you dropped your bouquet, Miss Beat, it was after the defendant had fled the scene. Well.
Objection!
First, you make accusations about the landlord and his wife, and now you incriminate a policeman as well. But your accusations lack one very important thing.
Okay, and?
You claim the crime scene was tampered with, but there is only one reason anyone would commit such a reckless crime: to hide something.
That's right. He's right. But my husband and I just happened to be there, that's all. So why would we have anything to hide? It doesn't make sense.
You've offered no motive for this alleged tampering. And until you do, your accusations are nothing but empty threats.
Would make a threat against you, that's for sure. Constable Beat had a very good reason for wanting to tamper with the scene of the crime. That's the key to this entire affair.
Mr. Naruhodo, have you managed to solve this mystery?
Yes. Counsel, you have made a very serious accusation against a London police officer. If you are mistaken, I'm sure I need not point out that your reputation as a lawyer will be irrevocably damaged. With that stark warning in mind, you will now explain to the court the motive for this alleged tampering. Yes, my lord. Whew. Constable Beat's motive for tampering with a crime scene was to hide where the victim
Where the victim fell.
Where the victim fell. Where the victim fell to the ground. That is what this Bobby had to cover up at all costs.
What?
Where the victim fell? You mean where she was attacked? What are you talking about? We told you at the very start, didn't we? On the pavement of Briar Road. We saw it happen, remember? It was right here, as if anyone didn't already know.
That's certainly what everybody has been led to believe. But in fact, that isn't where the victim was stabbed at all.
What? What?
Hi, Thomas. Um, you have not seen the defendant in this case, but he very wet cat reminiscent. Once you see him, you'll know.
He's so wet cat.
He really is. I'm beginning to wonder where this tumultuous trial will end, Counsel.
If that's your assertion, then the court is dying to know, my new friend. Where are you proposing that the crime actually took place that evening?
Oh, you know.
Right here.
You know, in that area. Somewhere in there. But that's...
On the opposite side of the road?
I don't understand.
On the evening in question, Mr. Garadeb's book fell directly down from the open window above, and your bouquet, Miss Beat, never moved at all. What did move was the scene of the crime itself. Good gracious!
Objection!
Perhaps you haven't been listening to the ample testimony the court has heard. But these witnesses both saw the moment the attack took place.
That's right. I saw it with my own eyes.
It was 5 o'clock in the evening and already dark. There was the typical London fog on the ground. When you saw the incident unfold and ran to the victim's aid, that was actually on the west side of Briar Road.
No, that's not true. It can't have been.
Constable B then arranged for you to be absent for a while by sending you for help. And during the 15 minutes you were away, he transplanted the crime scene. He moved all the things shown in this print. The victim herself, the 4 books. He moved everything, in fact, to the pavement on the east side of Briar Road. Extraordinary. But the constable overlooked one thing.
What? What did he overlook?
The bouquet, I presume?
Exactly.
The prosecution told the court just a few minutes ago about the discovery of the rose bouquet. Lord Van Zeek said it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamps cast no light.
Yes, it couldn't be seen in the dark, obviously. Which is why it was only the bouquet that was found in its original position on the pavement on the west side of Briar Road. And that is the defense's theory about what really happened that evening. How do you respond, Constable Rolly Beat?
Well, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to nod off again, but I haven't slept properly in a month. Did I miss anything important?
No.
No.
Oh, Rolly! Is it true, is it? What the lawyer said is all lies, isn't it? I know it is because you're the most upstanding righteous man I know.
Oh, I had a dream, a terrible dream. All the things I did that night. Everything come out. Everything exposed. Only it seems it wasn't a dream at all.
Good golly! Yeah, man. Order! 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 What on earth is the meaning of all this?
Oh, Rolly, why would you do something like this? Moving up corpses is a criminal offense, isn't it?
Wishing the victim dead should be one too. Constable, explain yourself. Why would you do this? As a respected member of Scotland Yard, your duty is to protect the good people of London Town.
I can't say, sir.
What?
I really am ever so sorry about all this. For damaging the Yard's reputation. For everything.
I have a possible explanation for why, on that particular evening, Constable Beat felt compelled to move the scene of the crime. I can think of one reason.
What? How could you possibly know? You, a foreigner, presuming to understand the mind of a Scotland Yard policeman?
And yet, Lord Van Zeeks, it is this foreigner who has uncovered the startling truth of the matter thus far. Yeah, buddy.
Get fucked, idiot.
I believe it would be beneficial to the court to hear this extraordinary young lawyer's theory. Counsel for the defense, if you please. Yes, my lord. Now then, I think you had better show us some evidence. At once, my lord. England, Japan, it makes no difference where you come from. Human emotions are the same. And I think I have a fairly good idea of the feelings behind this man's actions. What gives away the motive for Constable Beat's unthinkable actions? His warrant card. Yay. Ugh, goodness.
Take that!
I realize that I'm a foreigner in this land, and I have only just arrived from Japan, which is why all this information about London's so-called bobbies is completely new to me. I've learned that, though honorable, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world, for example. Keeping the peace, looking after the citizens on his beat in all kinds of ways. There's no doubt that this young bobby is charged with a great deal to do each day, certainly. But for Constable Beat, the day in question was special. Special? How? On account of this bouquet, my lord.
Oh, yes! It was our very first wedding anniversary!
Constable Beat had worked so hard to be able to afford this simple gift for his wife, and was so looking forward to taking her out for a celebratory meal.
When he and Miss Beat stumbled upon a crime along Briar Road.
I don't know who's. I don't.
I got it. When he saw that shadowy figure through the fog collapse on the pavement ahead of them, what must have gone through the man's mind?
I don't know who was saying that one, but who cares?
That's just on one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. B puts up with a lot being married to a bobby like me. I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care.
This is the warrant card that Constable B offered to lend me earlier. Inside, among the rules for patrolling policemen, it says, when a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Aha! Constable Beat. Is that, or is that not the reason why you moved the whole scene of the crime that day?
Oh, yes. Everything you said, it's all right.
So that's it. It was all to do with the boundary of your beat.
Oh!
Exactly. To summarize, the incident actually occurred on Constable Beat's beat. Good gracious! Constable, do you realize the gravity of what you have done?
Oh, it was the first time since I became a copper that I'd ever cursed God.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
Stay close to me, Pat. The criminal could still be lurking somewhere.
It's a crazy line.
As we run over to the scene, I had every intention of doing my duty as a police officer. We've got to report this to the station as quickly as possible. But then it dawned on me. I realised where we were, where the victim was lying, and what that meant for me. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Why here? Why did this have to happen here? And why tonight of all nights? Why?
This is such a... Yeah, man.
It's a copper's job to guard the scene of the crime, so... I told Pat she'd have to go to the nearest police box and fetch whoever was on duty there. It was then, when I opened my mouth to speak, it just came out. I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of my own mouth. This is the beat next to mine, Pat. So you'll have to go to the police box that covers it, turn right along Meersham Street, and then...
This is such a fascinating story.
Right?
I'm...
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Constable.
I just wanted, just that one night, to take my Patricia out for dinner.
Oh, Rolly.
Just that one night. Oh,
You knew that if the incident was on your beat, your evening of celebration would be ruined. And so you decided to move the entire crime scene outside your jurisdiction. Just across the street to the east pavement of Briar Road, which falls under the neighboring beat's care.
you see, I thought... Well, I was sure the victim was dead, you see. That makes it so much better.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, of course he did. Otherwise, my Rolly would never have left the poor woman on the freezing cold pavement.
Ah, I see your meaning now.
Oh. But God got me back for my sins, didn't he? That's why I missed the rose I bought for Pat.
Oh no, Rolly! That was all my fault! I should never have dropped it in such a dark place! I'm so sorry, Rolly!
Oh.
And can you tell us, Constable, how many books did you move from the one side of the road to the other in total?
4 it was. Yes, sir, definitely 4.
3 of them dropped by Mr. Natsumi and the 4th, being the one that fell from the window upstairs in the Garadeb household.
But what made you place that book in the victim's hand? When all the others were scattered haphazardly around, I mean.
Oh, well, sir, that's because how I found it.
How you found it? What do you mean?
When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So, When I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand.
You're sure it was this book, The Lion's Pride, that the victim was holding?
Oh, yes, sir. No doubt about it, sir.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that would make sense. She went to go pick it up, and then the
Yeah,
knife
the knife.
fell into her back. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought it was an open and shut case at the time, you see. There were only the two people at the scene, and Pat and me both saw it happen. However which way you looked at it, it had to be the fellow who ran off who'd done it, I thought. I couldn't see the arm, really. I didn't think moving all over the road would make a jot of difference. I suppose this was it for me now. I've had it. Oh,
My lord.
Yes, Lord Van Zeeks?
I believe that concludes the cross-examination of the witness.
Gulp.
Constable, you may withdraw.
yes, sir.
Mr. Prosecutor, sir, what will become of my Broly? What will happen to him?
The death penalty.
No.
For now, you are free to go home. The police will contact you in due course.
Please don't punish my husband. This was all my fault. It's because I'm always moaning at him for coming home late.
Leave it now, Pat. Let's go home. I'm tired.
All right then, my love.
One last thing, Constable.
Sir?
Let this be a lesson to you. In a criminal investigation, every detail matters, however insignificant it might seem to you.
Yes, sir.
Have that lesson in your mind. And never again make the mistake of tampering with the scene of a crime.
Never again, sir? You mean to say?
Leave now. This trial is not over yet.
Sir?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, quite a startling revelation, I must say. Whoever thought of a third party transplanting the entire scene of a crime like that?
Indeed, my lord. Nevertheless, there are some immutable facts here. Principally, that the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume, is the only person who possibly have committed the crime.
Objection.
Nah.
Oh my gosh.
No, I disagree. Now that we know that the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back.
Forgive me for being presumptuous, but I believe the prosecution is probably well aware of the possibility already.
Lord Van Zeeks, is this true?
Very well. Name the person if you will, and if further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objection to the trial continuing.
Oh my gosh.
You will name this other person who could have perpetrated the crime. Hello, Miss Garadev.
Hello, Joan Garadeb.
Take that.
My cat is sobbing. The defense would once again like to request the cross-examination of a new witness, my lord. Once again? My assistant made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this case, it's imperative that we cross-examine juror number 4, Ms. Joan Garadeb.
Me? Me? Oh, dearie me.
Objection!
Bro.
That request has already been denied.
Okay, well now it's a new request, buddy. But the situation is very different now. Miss Garadeb, answer me this.
What do you want now, you little toad?
At the time of the incident, you were engaged in a violent argument with your husband, Mr. John Garadeb. In the course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited. And to clear the smoke from the room, your husband opened a window that looks out over Briar Road.
Well, what of it?
You threw this book at your husband when he was cornered with his back against the window. Upon striking the pane of the open top-hinged casement window, the book plummeted directly down, finding its way to what we now know to be the true scene of the incident.
Yes, and as I said, what of it?
During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just books, but anything you could lay your hands on. So, let me ask you one more time, Miss Garadeb. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back, have you really never laid eyes on it before?
I don't recall it.
Seriously?
Am I supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw at my husband? And anyway, the man over there, in all that regalia said members of the jury didn't testify, didn't he?
Conveniently, yes.
Objection!
Oh, hey.
No, I have no recollection of saying that at all.
Ooh.
Oh! Make no mistake. You jurors are not special in any way. You are not immune to the judicial process. If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out.
But that's just a common or garden knife. It could have come from anywhere. We have several like that at home. If one went missing, how would you expect me to know?
What's that?
Are you joking?
What are you saying? Please, Miss Garadeb. Bro.
Now you listen. Wait. Now you listen to me. I refuse to believe all this nonsense. I couldn't bear the thought that I'd injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it.
The poor woman.
So, yes, I want evidence. I want to see hard evidence if you're going to insist on this being my fault. You're going to have to prove to me that I threw that knife, if that's what you think. Come along now, chop chop. Do your worst.
Well,
Well, Mr. Naruhodo?
if I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown it at her already. Like how she threw that knife.
Then take the stand, juror. Oh! The prosecution does not object to the defense's request to cross-examine this woman.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Lord Van Zeeks.
I'm going to have to testify?
Juror number 4. As I'm sure you will appreciate, having observed it with your own eyes today, witness testimony can lead to the most extraordinary truths being unearthed. Truths of which the witnesses themselves may not even have been aware.
Oh, dearie me.
So I demand your full and unadulterated testimony, Miss Garadeb. And mark my words, in this court of law today, we shall extract the truth. Do you concur, counsels?
Certainly, my lord.
Oh, that's what I'm hoping for, my lord. This is such a strange feeling. For the first time since arriving in this country, it actually feels real. I like the cinematic. I'm here in the Old Bailey, and I'm a lawyer.
Witness, state your name and occupation.
Oh, yes, my name is Joan Garadeb. And I'm a juror, and such like.
It sounds like even she doesn't know if she's a housewife or a maid or what anymore. Yeah, man. This court has decided your testimony is required in order to clarify matters in this case. Do you understand, madam?
Yes, my lord. Will you testify the court at... Will you tell the court everything that took place in your household on the evening in question? And I warn you, do not attempt to hide the truth.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh, is this?
I think
I would-
this
I'm-
might-
I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh God, I literally just did his voice earlier. Chin up, Joni. Nothing to worry about now.
Oh, I didn't know you were here, John.
Wasn't only you in the room that day, old thing, was it? Rather think I ought to testify as well, don't you?
But what about your knee, dear?
Don't you worry about that. Hardly notice it. I'm not the sort of chap to leave a comrade to face disciplinary action alone.
Oh, John.
I presume you are Mr. John Garrideb. Oh. Yes, sir. Former 2nd Lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment of the 4th Northumberland Fusilizers, sir. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Seen my fair share of action and now living the quiet life, as it were.
A quiet life? Were you not engaged in an incendiary battle with your spouse on the day in question?
Ah! Well, yes. Quite. I believe this may represent a first in the proud history of the British court. Calling a juror to the witness stand is unprecedented. However, the court will hear your testimony now, juror number 4, and that of your husband. You will recount clearly and concisely the events in your home at the time of the incident in question. Sir, at once. Surely this is like the last testimony.
has to be.
Yes, on the day you're referring to, the wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish. Can't recall the reason now. Knocked a candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Soon had it out though, and got the window open.
Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him.
Plenty of knives around our place. Can't say I noticed if 1 or 2 went missing, I'm afraid. If that Balu thing in the victim's back really was one of ours, you'll have a job proving it, I think. It sounds as though it was quite the battlefield in your household that evening.
Although an entirely one-sided assault, it seems.
The enemy caught us on the hop, sir. Had no choice but to dig in and take defensive measures. To be honest, if the enemy had kept shelling us for another minute, we'd have been toast. Of course, a veteran such as myself is only too aware that on every battlefield, you're just a gnat's whisker from death at any moment. Are we still talking about a marital quarrel here? Well, I must say I'm dubious that this testimony will shed any light on the origins of this jackknife.
In combat, one's focus narrows such that surroundings are barely noticed. These witnesses may not be able to offer anything more than they have testified already. This may be a dead end.
Benzeeks may well be right.
Well, whatever the chances, we only have this last cross-examination to uncover the truth, Mr. Nara.
True. Yes, I'm afraid so. Very well, counsel. Begin your cross-examination. Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm gonna save.
So true.
So much has happened. We saved about, like, 40 minutes ago. Alright.
Hold it!
All right.
The reason is what you told us yesterday, I believe.
Yes, that's right. If I remember correctly, it all started because of a note that was tucked into the pages of a book belonging to Mr. Garadeb.
A rather passionate note, in fact. Yeah, it was very passionate. But Miss Garadeb found the note, discovering her husband's little secret.
And she gave him a mighty number of slaps across the face for it, too.
What a sordid state of affairs.
Hell on earth.
I say, when a chap says he can't recall such things, it's common decency not to drag it all up. And besides, half of it was wide of the mark anyway.
A likely story.
These waters run very deep. And what transpired next after these multiple blows to the face?
Hold it!
And the fire also spread to some items of furniture, didn't it? The bookcase, my armchair, anything of mine, really. Just so happens there was some bathwater around that evening, so I sloshed that about to put it out. A most precarious situation you put yourself in. Ours is a 3-story townhouse on the west side of the street, where the water main isn't connected yet. Have to draw water from a public water pump during the day if you need any, you see.
The lodgers are always moaning they can't get any water at night. Although that little mustached Japanese man buys water in bottles, I believe.
The defendant, Mr. Natsume, you mean?
Yes, he receives a stipend for his studies, you know. From his home country. Can you imagine being able to brew a pot of tea at all hours? He's obviously very well off.
Have you actually seen the state of the man?
I believe he uses all of his income to buy books.
Well, anyway, the point is, I was able to douse the fire with water, fortunately enough.
Hold it!
Even though the room was on fire?
As far as I was concerned at the time, it was more important to extinguish my anger than the flames. When a woman wants to throw, she must throw.
That is most certainly not true of Zasato takedown, Mr. Naruhodo.
How did she know I was thinking that? So, please cast your mind back and try to remember. Was a knife among the items that you threw at your husband that day?
In all honesty, I don't recall. But I feel I must point out that I'm no monster. Let me see. Some bread, a cabbage, garlic, a towel, and a sponge, a napkin.
Oh.
Okay, we got something there. It was really only soft items I was throwing. And I was really I was really most restrained. The majority of them barely hit John. He is my husband, after all.
I see, Miss Garadeb. Your thoughtfulness and consideration for your spouse is apparent. What about you, Mr. Garadeb? Do you remember what your wife threw at you? Well, I recall The Lion's Pride, of course. Jolly good book. Only just purchased it, too. And a jolly good book for burning, it seems. But it was a dashed awful scene at the battlefield, I can tell you. Flames everywhere, smoke billowing, couldn't see a bally thing, really. I dare say I wouldn't even have noticed a knife bouncing off the old bounce. I don't think they tend to bounce, actually. Well, do we want to keep pressing, or do we want to go back to that?
See, we go back.
Okay.
No time to go through all of that.
Hold it!
The room's on fire. Yeah. Throwing stuff. Awesome. Yep.
So I only threw soft shit at him.
I promise. Even the book.
Even the book. It was a soft cover. It wasn't hardcover.
Do you have something to add, sir? Yeah, she threw a chair at me, bro. Mr. Garridev. Eh? Don't shoot! Ah! Sorry, I beg your pardon. Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind? Nothing of any significance, no. Just that the barrage of projectiles the old thing launched in my direction somewhat more solid than she implies. Books, bricks, and the fire poker, I seem to recall. Ow. Ouch. And the woman's aim is uncanny. She landed oh, drinking it out of his pipe. Ugh.
I don't think he is. I think she just needed
No,
something to
no, I
pour.
know. Just like the idea of him like just drinking it out of his pipe would be so.
Tobacco and tea.
Mm.
Ugh.
What a combo. And the woman's aim is uncanny. She landed a direct hit with every volley. Ah! Good grief, woman. We're not at home now. This is a court of law.
Oh, dearie me. Ever so sorry, dear.
What's she even doing with a teapot in here?
Honestly, John, I would never have thrown such things at you, obviously.
Well, take a look at this then. How do you suppose that happened, Your pipe, sir. Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Not to clean out with one of her soft projectiles, she did. Yes. And when I went to pick the thing up, it was broken in two. I'd like to see a sponge do that sort of damage. I see. Your pipe was broken. It would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Anyway, I've managed to bandage the thing up for now.
Ah, you are one to exaggerate, aren't you, dear?
I wonder what we should make of this account. That's important. The defense believes Mr. Oh, I actually I'll read it from yours. The defense believes Mr. Garrideff's remarks just now to be of great significance.
Why? Hold on. Is it the same for both of ours? Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, okay. This war veteran's words.
I'd actually
Hmm?
clicked forward before finished. I
Okay.
read my thing.
I was confused. I was like, wait. I thought you clicked the wrong thing. I was like, wait a minute. This war veteran's words only tell us one thing. Betray a fiery wife and pipes as well as hearts may be broken. Sentimental wisdom, perhaps, but hardly worthy of adding to the formal testimony.
Indeed. Common sense, one might say. Bro. What do you mean? That's important.
Right.
I would argue. Might one?
In that case, would you at least permit us to examine the pipe, sir?
Well, I don't see why not.
Oh, dearie me. There you go again, trying to ingratiate yourself with the young
Ingratiate?
lady. Ingratiate, thank you.
Wow. Very well. The court will accept the gentleman's pipe as evidence. Wow.
Okay. This is probably gonna have the, like, knife tip in it.
Yeah. Let's see.
I hope I didn't speak out of turn, Mr. Naruhodo. I was just feeling rather disappointed for you that your request was turned down.
Sorry, I was looking at the pipe.
Nope, you're good.
Oh, no, it's fine. Thanks to Susato-san, we have some new evidence to work with. We should examine it carefully.
Oh.
Well, thank you for that. Rebuttal, Mr. Garudeb. Now, if we could return to the crux of the matter. What can you tell the court about the knife used to attack the victim? I was just gonna get through to... Yeah.
Okay.
So, LOL. If you look
hold on, I'm
inside...
going to... Yes.
Yeah, if you look inside. What do we find? What do we see there?
How curious. How queer.
Oh, something just twinkled inside the chamber of the pipe there.
Yes, I saw it. Something stuck in there, I think.
Let's turn it over and give it a shake. What's this?
It's a tiny fragment of metal. It looks like the tip of a blade or something.
The tip of a blade? Surely it couldn't be. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Awesome. We could press the other things if you want. For fun.
Hold it.
For fun. Yeah. Have to go back to the last statement. No! No! This one.
Sorry? Would you care to elaborate? Nothing to say, really. Rather partial to a spot of carving, you see. Pipes and whatnot, fishing tackle, you know, the sort of thing.
It's a passion we both share. I like to carve little wooden trinkets too. And then there's my leather work.
Sorry to say, we're always losing knives about the place, and we have dozens of the things.
They sell them at the market sometimes, 20 for the price of 19. Needless to say, I snap them up. John prefers to use John prefers to use 2 knives at mealtime too, instead of a knife and fork.
That, yeah, man, sure. Now, Joan, we don't want to see. Now, Joan, we don't want people thinking I'm some kind of Ah! Here we go again with the scaldings. Why are they being so evasive?
I imagine it's because they don't want to believe it. They can't bear the thought that it might have been one of their knives that injured the victim.
Which is entirely understandable, of course, but still.
Go on with your testimony, witnesses.
Hold it.
So you have no intention of admitting it was your knife, unless we can produce proof? Even though there is no other credible possibility if Mr. Natsume is innocent?
Objection!
You forget, my Nipponi's friend, that it has yet to be established that the accused is not responsible for the attack.
As if I could forget. If only there was some way to know who had handled the knife. But I suppose wizardry like that is just a dream.
Perhaps you're thinking of fingerprinting, Mr. Naruhodo?
What? You mean it's not a dream? That sort of wizardry really exists?
Whenever people touch anything, they leave behind a unique pattern from their skin, or so they say.
But I can't see anything.
There are already countries in the world where these so-called fingerprints can be used as evidence. Lord Strongheart is currently discussing the matter at the Ministry of Justice.
Yes, I believe we are rapidly approaching an era of scientific methods of investigation.
But for now, we shall have to find an alternative method of proving our assertion. That this knife found in the victim's back was originally in Mr. and Mrs. Garredup's.
Ugh, if only I could transplant this whole incident to several years in the future. Okay. That's the extent of their testimony, is it?
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I think we've heard all this before, to be honest. I can't say I'm particularly confident that we'll be able to prove anything new from this testimony.
But in this cross-examination, it's absolutely essential that we establish how this knife came to be at the scene of the incident.
Yes, I know.
I'm sure both of them must be feeling very worried. Worried that it was in fact a knife belonging to one of them that caused the victim's injury.
If we could find even a tiny shred of evidence to support that theory, it would clinch this trial for us. It would explain everything.
Yes, it would.
So, for Soseki-san's sake, we must. We must find that last crucial piece of evidence. Okay. I'm gonna say it again. I feel like... No,
It's probably the last statement and then the
Like the-
blade tip.
I would assume so. Yeah. It would either be that or the knife, the broken knife. Maybe they would lead to
Yeah.
the same place. I don't know. Mr. Garrideb, could I ask you to take a good look at this, please? You can ask, but I can't see a bally thing. You can't? He used to call me Dead-Eye Deb back in the regiment, of course. That was some time ago now. Even when I'm trying to enjoy a large print book by the fire these days. I struggle to tell a B from a D and a P from a Q, to be honest.
Oh, he does. Dearie me, it's rather worrying being asked about it every other letter in every other word.
You must be very dizzy. Yeah, man.
What is that? A tiny scrap of metal?
Yes, almost certainly from the tip of a blade. And what may appear at first to be just a tiny scrap is in fact a crucial piece of evidence.
Interesting. And where did the defense come by this evidence?
It was lodged in the chamber of Mr. Garrideb's pipe. My pipe, you say? By Jove, I wonder how that got there. And what precisely does this fragment of metal signify, Counsel? Are you suggesting that it is in some way related to the matter of the stabbing on Briar Road? I am. Yes.
What?
When put together with another piece of evidence already in the court record, I believe this tiny fragment of metal will unravel the whole truth of this case, my lord. You appear rather confident in that extraordinary statement, Counsel. Very well then, present the pertinent evidence to the court. What evidence, when paired with this fragment of metal, allegedly reveals the truth of this entire case? The knife.
Take that!
This is the knife that was found in the victim's back. If you look closely, you will see that there is a small piece at the tip of the blade that is missing.
A common issue with the inferior blades sold at unsavory street market. Criminals who use them regularly leave tips lodged in their victims' bones.
And what of this particular knife?
No doubt its tip has suffered a similar fate. Now languished somewhere near the spine of the victim.
Objection!
No, that's not the case. The tip of this particular knife's blade is the very fragment of metal we discovered in the chamber of Mr. Garrideb's pipe. Ah!
Ugh.
Good grief. Lord Van Zeeks?
I don't believe it. The knife from the crime scene and this fragment of metal are a perfect match.
Wow, who would have thought? Good golly gosh! Wow. Order! 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 Is this some sort of Eastern sorcery?
This is no magic, my lord. This is a miracle.
A miracle. So Van Zeeks has figured it out, has he?
Took him
Counsel,
fucking forever.
explain this extraordinary coincidence at once. Yes, my lord. The crucial point we have to ask ourselves here is when did the fragment of metal find its way inside Mr. Garrideb's pipe?
Something that was clarified for us in the most recent witness testimony.
Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out with one of her soft projectiles as she did. Yes, it would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Oh, dearie me. During the argument between these two that occurred just as the victim was on the pavement below, Mr. Garrideb flung this knife at her husband. However, the knife missed Mr. Garrideb, instead striking the pipe in his hand at the time.
Which caused the tip to break off, of course.
Good lord. Yes, and that is when the tiny tip of the blade found its way inside Mr. Garredup's pipe. The chances of that are 1,000,000 to 1. And yet there's no other credible explanation for how the tip of the blade ended up in your pipe. Then, after losing its tip, the knife ricocheted off the pipe and flew out of the open window. In short, this knife, which fell from the window of the Garredup's house, is the very same knife that struck the victim in the middle of the back on the street below.
Oh gosh. Oh dear. Oh no.
Now they're about to be like, but it would hit her in the head, and then we can be like, okay, buddy, the book fell first. L ratio.
A full body theory, I'll give you that.
What?
Complex bouquet of seemingly trivial points plausibly arranged to create an almost passable vintage. Allow me to toast my learned friend's characteristically Nipponese approach to bottling his argument.
Sorry?
But after all, it is just a theory.
My game theory.
The bottle I fear is going. I knew you were gonna say that. Because you see, it's spoiled by an insurmountable inconsistency.
Insurmountable what? Lord Van Zeeks, explain yourself. What is this inconsistency you claim to have identified?
An inconsistency of the simplest nature, my lord. The victim was found with a knife planted in the middle of her back. There it is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, in her, ow.
Ah! That's right, you silly little man.
Oh, it's gone. Now, Joan, old thing, what are you getting so excited about?
Let us consider the basic facts of the case once more. The victim was walking along the pavement before being stabbed in the back and falling to the ground. If the knife that struck her had fallen from above, there's no possible way it could have planted itself into the victim's back.
Ugh. This is such an easy explanation, though. Why are we...
It's literally the easiest explanation of this fucking case.
Order! Order!
Quite right. You see, that's exactly right. If the knife had fallen on her from above, it would have struck her on the top of her head.
Well, bro. He's lost for words, look! I knew it! I never liked this theory in the first place. I don't know, though. What really did happen? It would appear the defense has made rather a spectacular blunder.
If a theory has even one inconsistency, it cannot stand. Your theory, my learned friend, is history.
Bro.
Dude,
Why-
Ryanosuke, this is the easiest fucking thing to explain.
Why is this, why is this the one thing of this entire case that is, being so dramatic?
Right?
We were so close. I could see the truth. I was so sure we were on the right track. But now the way has been blocked completely by just one simple inconsistency. But it okay. Oh, who's this?
Or in
Okay.
other words,
Yeah.
we simply need to eliminate that one inconsistency and the theory will stand.
True. Miss Usato.
You mustn't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. You were just caught off guard, that's all. And your mind went blank. But if the path you were on is indeed correct, then a way will present itself. The key to this is in the court record, I'm sure. All the information you need is there.
Whoa. The court record.
It seems you have nothing to say, my Nipponese friend. Well, your silence speaks volumes.
Value.
Volume. A tactic accepted.
Bleh.
A tactic acceptance that your theory is fatally flawed.
Objection.
This inconsistency doesn't mean I was on the wrong track. It means that I need to sharpen my mind and dig deeper for the truth. It's a test. Yes. If the knife fell on the victim from above, there's no way that it could have hit her in the middle of her back. Under normal circumstances, that is.
What are you implying?
Counsel? There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can explain this inconsistency. Oh yeah, they hit so many poses in this game. It's great.
I'm thinking of my favorite Ryunosuke fucking sprite.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this entire trial and it's not popped up this entire trial and I'm so sad.
It'll be here eventually.
Eventually.
That can explain how the knife that fell from above could have pierced the victim's back. We already have the answer.
Goodness.
Utter madness. Surely this must be the last time. Counsel, present the evidence of which you speak.
The book, I'm going to assume is what it wants us.
Yeah, either that or like the photograph, or whatever because it was written in somewhere. This is the last inconsistency, the final piece in the puzzle. If I can successfully make sense of this, the truth will be laid bare at last. The evidence that explains how the falling knife became lodged in the victim's back is... Yeah, I would say the book. Because I think that was the one that,
Safe.
that got updated.
Take that!
This, the fourth book found at the scene. This is the final piece of evidence the defense will present.
The burnt book.
Oh yeah, Thomas, these are the prequel ones, essentially. Like the ones set a long time in the past.
I love you referring to Apollo as the little red dude.
I mean, you know what? Fair, yeah. Is that not Mr. Garadeb's book? Yes, and to understand its significance, we have to consider how it came to be at the scene in the first place. This photographic print clearly shows the book in question, and the victim holding it in her hand.
But as we all now know, it was the police constable that put the book between our fingers like that.
Quite so. As part of his wholesale transplanting of the crime scene to the opposite side of the road. That's true. However, as part of his testimony, Constable B made an extremely enlightening statement on that point. But what made you place that book in the victim's hand?
Can I get my constable back?
My constable.
Oh, my constable's muted.
No, my constable.
You wanna step in, Maddie?
Oh well, sir. That's because how I found it. When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand.
Rolly Bead. That's my guy. In other words, the victim had already picked the book up of her own volition. And clearly, that must have been before she suffered the knife wound. Well, I should say so. After being attacked with a knife, I don't imagine she'd have been doing much of anything. So the question becomes, why did the victim have that book in her hand? Peanut butter by Jingo, I think I'm beginning to see what may have happened now.
Oh, dearie me.
We know that the book fell from the top floor of the Garadeb household onto the pavement below, at precisely the moment that the victim was walking past.
Yes, at exactly that moment. The young woman was walking along the street in the light fog, when all of a sudden, a book fell right in front of her.
The book I threw.
Yes, Miss Garrideb. And what do you think the woman did? What would you do if you were walking along and suddenly a book landed in front of you on the pavement?
Well, I really can't imagine it, but I suppose she might have reached down and picked the book up.
Bingo! Yes, that is exactly what the woman in fact did. She picked up the book.
Oh, heavens!
And when the woman reached down to pick the fallen book up, what position would her back have been in? That's right, facing the sky, completely and utterly defenseless. Then, in the very next moment, while the woman was still bent over picking up the book, I don't know why, that just scene of events was really good. True. Yeah, CCTV footage would have really helped out here.
Mhm.
The next object fell from the room above, a jackknife, straight into the middle of her back. And at that same time, walking by chance directly behind Miss Green, was the defendant, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Well, I never. It appeared to Mr. Natsume that the woman simply collapsed on the floor, in the dark and the fog. He didn't see the knife falling on her from above.
Then from the other direction, the constable and his wife saw no one but the victim and her apparent attacker.
So there never was a real culprit to run from the scene in the first place. No, this was nothing more than a series of unlikely events that culminated in an unfortunate accident. And that is the real truth behind this case. Well, Mr. and Miss Garrideb,
The very first time you showed me that knife, I had my suspicions. I wondered if perhaps it might have been something like that.
perchance. There, old bean.
Or Miss Garrideb. Of course, I never meant for anything of the sort to happen, but it was all my fault, wasn't it? I take full responsibility. I let my anger get the better of me. I threw that book, and I threw the knife as well. John, dear,
It's all right. I know.
I'm ever so sorry. Truly. I'm sorry!
No, the tea set. Oh, that would have been a long fall. Oh, never mind. Oh. Yeah, man. At his knees. Lord Benzeeks, what news of Miss Garrideb?
She's been taken to the infirmary. It would appear that today's events have left her in an especially flustered state. However, I believe she will recover in due course. There's no cause for concern.
Yes, unbeknownst to themselves, they caused what could easily have been a terrible tragedy. They shall have to prepare themselves for the consequences of their actions.
There's some good news, however, my lord. I have just had word from the hospital where the victim is being treated. Her condition is improving steadily, and the doctor believes she will regain consciousness soon.
That's good. It's strange. We've been talking about the victim all this time, but we've never once met her.
How wonderful. The woman is out of danger, it seems.
Yes, that is good news. So, Mr. Soseki Natsume. He's back. Wet cat.
Yeah,
There he
wet cat.
is.
Wet cat!
Yes?
On behalf of my fellow countrymen, I would like to take this opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from your distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture and have been repaid with immeasurable unkindness. Please accept our heartfelt apologies.
No, it was me who should be begging for pardon.
Oh no, Mr. Natsume.
That evening, when the young woman just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes, I jumped to the wrong conclusion again, in my confusion.
What conclusion, sir?
I was sure that the woman was dead.
Yes, Constable Pete did the same thing, didn't he? He thought the woman had been killed too.
I suppose she must have looked completely lifeless.
It's been about a year since I arrived in Great Britain now, but I still can't get used to life here. I can't relax. I'm sure there are evil spirits lurking in the fog, like they're haunting me.
Poor Soseki-san. His imagination really has got the better of him.
Yes, poor man.
So when it happened, I thought the young woman had been taken by the fog spirits. I should never have dropped my books like that and run away. I should have called for help, for a doctor, for the police! Instead, I've managed to create a rift in the relationship of trust between our two empires. For that, I'm truly sorry.
Oh. One could indeed say that some sort of mischievous spirit has been at work here, I think. One that created a chain of unfortunate mishaps. We were befooled by the spirit and led to false conclusions. But thanks to Lord Van Zeeks and our young lawyer here from the east, that chain has now been broken, and the spirit exorcised. I heartily commend you both. Heartily commend you both. Oh. Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Yes, my lord.
In concluding this trial, I must ask one last time for your decision regarding the defendant's culpability. Are you ready to present your findings to the court?
As the foreman of this jury, I can assure you we've reached a fair and just conclusion.
I do declare the truth can be extremely cruel at times. Well, I didn't suspect the woman next to me, that's for sure. Sitting in for the old bean while she's out of action, you know, but I know what her decision would be.
Does this mean I'll finally be able to get out here and start work? Well, it's about time.
I say, I'll have a corker of a story to tell the grandchildren when I get home, won't I? Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I hereby demand your final decisions. Mr. Foreman.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We win.
Finally, Jesus Christ. Yeah, there was no way we were gonna finish this last night.
No. Very well. Mr. Soseki Natsume, I hereby pronounce you not guilty.
Not guilty.
one more
Yay!
cross-examination.
No more cross-examination.
Yay! Confetti, confetti, fire emoji, fireworks.
Yay!
And finally, Mr. Natsume,
Oh, yes, Lord Sir.
you are now a free man once more. It is my hope that you will continue to further your education in British culture. May you never again be brought before me.
Oh, yes, sir. Of course. On my life, I swear I'll never set foot in a courtroom again. I'm transported to tears.
Thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned. Everyone cheered. Yay!
Yay!
Wow.
locum.
Wait, you mean me?
Of course! Is there another locum here?
Is there even one?
Compared to the original locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, your name has become rather short, hasn't it?
What's wrong with using my actual name?
Oh! Oh, that's Soseki.
Oh, at last, I'm free, I'm free! Joyful, joyous, jubilant, jubilation! Heady, hearty happiness, hurrah!
Oh, I am pleased. Mr. Natsumi is delighted.
Would it be so hard just to say that then?
Locum, you did it! You saved me from the brink!
Well, what happened to the poor woman was in no way your fault, after all. I'm just glad everyone can see that now.
No, 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 not that! Lovely, loyal locum lawyer!
Yes?
I mean, as I said before, I have just never got used to life here in Great Britain. Every time I look over my shoulder, I see foreigners. I see towering brick buildings. And from high up windows, I see them looking down on me, laughing. Look at that little hunchback.
Dear, I'm sure it's all in your head, Mr. Natsumi.
But today, you locum lawyer gave my gloom the boot. You stood firm behind that Bronco bench before all those blabbing British. You battled to the bitter end, laying bare the baffling truth. Fucking Christ. And when I beheaded the blinding fireworks among the beams of the Bailey's roof, I bellowed, "Behold, the best barrister ever born!"
Well, that's very flattering. And we're very pleased for you.
This has given me a wonderful antidote to recount to my old friends back in Japan.
And an anecdote? Is that what's become of all my hard work? Yep. Okay. Ah, there you are, my dear fellows. I apologize for keeping you waiting. I rose late this morning.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, what a pleasure to see you.
I see I am here not a moment too soon. A disaster has been averted, I'm glad to say.
Oh,
The trial shall begin presently, Mr. Naruhodo, and I wish you the very best of luck. It's just finished. What? No! Then my haste was in vain?
Ah, it's you, Hairlock Sholmes.
Oh. Have we met, sir?
this is Mr. Natsumi, the man you had arrested, Mr. Sholmes?
Ah, I see. I failed to recognize you at first. Our previous encounters have taken place in the gloom, either of your bleak lodgings or that prison cell. I simply couldn't place that curious face in the light. Charming.
This is all your fault, Hairlock Sholmes. You're the reason I had to go through that terrible ordeal. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind.
My apologies, sir, but I assure you, I have placed you now. You're the fellow who abandoned that poor young lady and ran off, are you not?
Ah,
Had she been taken to the hospital more urgently, I feel perhaps she would have regained consciousness by now.
oh.
But it was unavoidable, I'm sure. We are but human, after all. Anyone would have been shaken by such an experience.
I do feel very badly about how I behaved.
Well, never mind. Now then, what was it that you wanted to say to me, sir?
Nothing.
Priceless! Oh, I am sorry, really, but
Fucking asshole.
that was quite priceless. Poor Soseki-san. Still, on the bright side, you've had an extremely entertaining experience without paying a penny. And, it would seem, you were not even found guilty.
But there is no bright side. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Natsumi? Even after this, I'm still cursed by the spirits and now by the Reaper.
Lord Van Zeeks.
I haven't forgotten, you know, what facing that man in court means. Even if you're found not guilty, I skipped a line. Fuck. Hold on. You're still doomed. It'll be all right, Mr. Natsumi. If the Reaper appears trying to make trouble, I will protect you. Hiya! With a perfectly executed Susato takedown.
Much as I like being turned on my head, bit of warning might be nice next time, Miss Susato. So, Mr. Natsume, what do you intend to do now? You mentioned something about recounting your experiences to your friends back in Japan.
Yes, I intend to return to my homeland soon. Oh. It has already been a year since I arrived here in Great Britain. I visited universities, libraries, bookshops. I've been honored with the tutelage of professors. I've learned so much about the wealth of literature here in the city it has shaped. And I've come to realize that it is my calling to sail home and tell my fellow countrymen about it. That's very touching, Mr. Natsumi.
Or, in perhaps less veiled terms, you wish to withdraw halfway around the world to escape the terror of the Reaper's curse.
That's not it at all! The more I learn of literature, the more this strange feeling claws at my insides. I feel compelled to return to my roots, and attempt to pen a work of my own.
Oh, I see. A work of literature by Soseki-san. Could be an interesting read. And what about Miss Susato and yourself, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry, what about us? Will you return to Japan alongside your mustached compatriot? Why would we?
A week has not passed since we arrived in London. And only now does it feel as though we finally found our feet.
And you are accommodated in a hotel at present, are you not? That's right. But we need to find lodgings before it bankrupts us.
I've calculated we can only afford another 10 nights before our entire budget is exhausted.
Well then, you can take my lodgings.
Oh, the windowless room?
Ah, but what it lacks in windows, it more than makes up for with a floor, a ceiling, and walls.
Great.
And of course, I'd be happy to leave behind the accursed evil spirit.
Oh my, an evil spirit.
Oh yes, it tries to suffocate you while you sleep. It's an infallible wake-up call.
We'll think about it, if that's all right. Perhaps I could offer a more welcome alternative. Would you consider taking lodgings with me?
Really?
Oh, goodness. Well, a vacancy has conveniently presented itself. Though it is up in the attic, I might add. Are you sure it isn't just a storage loft? I spoke with the landlady this very morning on the matter of price, and Iris is cleaning the room as we speak. You must come at once. I presume you have no luggage to speak of.
This is simply wonderful. What an honor to be invited to taking lodgings in the great detective's office's attic. I'm too overcome for words.
So suggesting we look elsewhere is out then. Then it's settled. Iris will prepare a welcome dinner this evening. And you must come too, Mr. Natsume. I insist.
I don't know what to say, but thank you, and yes.
Wonderful. Then I'll go and complete the paperwork for your formal release, Mr. Natsu. It shan't take long.
Somebody's happy.
Locum, I knew that you wouldn't let me down. I'm truly delighted to have met you here in London.
Likewise, Mr. Natsume. It's been a privilege meeting you too. It's a shame that we're going to have to say goodbye so soon.
Well, I've come to realize that I belong in Japan. But Locum, we'll meet again one day.
Yes, I'm sure. And hopefully by then, I will be a successful lawyer.
Hopefully by then, I'll be a successful author.
Well, my dear fellow, our carriage appears to have arrived. Shall we go, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, Mr. Sholmes. I've little doubt Mr. Natsume will be released in time for dinner this evening. And so, with Soseki-san's innocence successfully established, we rode with Mr. Sholmes to what was to become our new home, 221B Baker Street. That's crazy work.
Oh.
Living in his attic.
Right?
Wow. So this
Is to be our new office, yes.
our office? I rather like the sound of that.
Me too.
Huh?
It's simply wonderful, isn't it?
I hope you can see this, Kazuma. It's only a small step, but I'd like to think we're getting a little closer to your dream now. So, my dear fellows, do you like the place? Ah, Mr. Sholmes. Yes, thank you so much.
It's a delightful room, Mr. Solmes. I simply adore it.
Good, I'm pleased to hear it. Iris and I are delighted to welcome you.
I hope everyone's hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. We'll eat as soon as Mr. Natsumi arrives. We have a lot to celebrate.
Iris, you must let me help you.
All right then, Susie. You can be in charge of the salad.
Splendid.
So, Mr. Naruto, how does it feel? To have your own office in the capital. It's very exciting, actually. I can't help wondering what adventures await us. Those were precisely my sentiments when I first established my office at these premises. Until I discovered the dark truth about the city of London, that is... Sorry? London is a glorious place, full of wonder, opportunity, prosperity, and mirth. But the brightest of lights cast the darkest of shadows. Shadows? What do you mean? Well, I believe you're well aware of the murkiness that lies behind London's facade already. So, once again, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London.
I don't like Shomes like locking in and going /SRS. I don't like that.
Of course, at the time, I had no idea of the significance of those words Mr. Sholmes so casually spoke. But it wasn't long before my turn came to lift the facade and see the true depth of the murk that lay behind it. And
Yay! The official end of the case.
yeah,
Yay!
we landed in London. Let's go.
Landed in London.
Yes, I'm saving the my current progress. Wow. Hooray! The unspeakable story. Pardon?
Hold on.
Must not speak about it.
Dude, I'm gonna be speaking about it. All right.
Well, what's the plan?
I'm getting dinner.
Okay.
That's the plan.
That's a good plan.
And also I don't know. That is true.
Wow!
Hey man,
Hooray.
that is true. I have to practice, or else.
Sad.
I know. But okay. We'll figure it out. Anyways,
Figure it out.
it was a good stream. Thank you, stream. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Vince, for the wonderful voice.
Yeah,
acting.
dude. Roly beat my guy.
So good.
It's so good.
So good.
You're very welcome.
We need more guest appearances.
Please.
Oh, they could
Seth,
be on the
what-
cards.
Seth, what would it take for you to make a guest appearance? Silence, nothing.
This is very important information.
Oh my god.
Okay,
That's
good
a lot
night,
of dollars.
stream.